Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.
Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people. Because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world, bar none. And we did it because Chukwuokike Abiama is with us. We did it because Chukwuokike Abiama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're domiciled. Today is a beautiful day. It's 31st day of March. The last day in March, and it's a historical day for us. So I'm going to start this program with it. Honestly, because I was an eyewitness, I saw it happen. Not that I was there when it was happening, but at least when it happened, we all went there. That was my sector during the war. I was in the 11th Division. And the 11th Division was actually in charge of the so-called area called Anambra today. Most of the areas there was covered by Brigadier Ahmadi. That was our big chief. And today, in the history of Abagana ambush took place. Historical. You know, they don't keep records, but we do. We do. There are people, good writers out there. Somebody just wrote something today, and I'm very happy to read them out to you. It says, Abagana ambush of March 31st, 1968 was an ambush by Biafran guerrilla troops led by Major Jonathan Uchendo that wiped out the Nigerian 2nd Division. During this ambush, the Nigerian army suffered the heaviest defeat in the civil war. Of the 5,000 Nigerian troops ambushed, only a very small number survived, including the 2nd Division's commander, Colonel Murtala Ramat Mohammed. I thought he was even the one leading that operation. He was the commander-in-chief there at the time. I remember it very well, like clearly as yesterday, because the story was that they were trying to get into Onitsha from Enugu, and they had this disaster. That was sent them back again to, he tried in the end, he got to Owerri actually, from the other side. But through Enugu, it suffered a very, very big ambush. Murtala Mohammed was said to have assembled and deployed a convoy of 105 vehicles, which included troop carriers, fuel tankers, and 4 armed carriers to facilitate this plan on March 31st, 1968. However, the Biafran secret intelligence gained knowledge of the plan and reported it to a higher Biafran command, which instantly planned a deadly ambush. A 700-man troop led by Major Uchendo was given a huge task by Colonel Achuzia. Achuzia, Hannibal, that's what we used to call him in those days. Colonel Achuzia, to ambush the invading troops at Abagana in the Enugu-Onitsha highway. The unsuspecting Nigerian 2nd Division, numbering about 5,000 soldiers, marched on until they were halted by a surprise attack from a smaller but well-prepared Biafran army. The Biafran army allowed the Nigerian army to march right into their midst before raining bullets on them. A locally made rocket called Ogbunigwe was crucially used during the ambush. One of the Ogbunigwe's rockets was launched directly at a fuel tanker in the Nigerian army convoy, leading to chains of explosions which created a 450-meter great fire that incarcerated men and metals within seconds. Refueling vehicles exploded and burnt many infantry units. After the Ogbunigwe rocket attack, Biafran soldiers opened fire, killing what is left of the shocked 2nd Division of the Nigerian Army. About 2,500 Nigerians army died in the attack. Many others scammed in different directions. Colonel Murtala Mohammed was relieved of duty afterwards and never commanded a division again during the war. Major Uchendo, the commander of the Biafran army that led the Abagana ambush, with advice from Colonel Achuzie, recounted that the sight of the 2nd Division convoy almost paralyzed his troops. His boys were so anxious to start firing, more out of panic than anything else. He asked them to remain calm until he gave orders. He allowed much of the Nigerian army convoy to pass through. His boys were shocked why he would allow them go through into the Biafran held zone. They were nervous and suspicious, yet they trusted his military gallantry and so awaited to know his strategy. The Abagana ambush was the most resounding battle won by the Biafrans during the Nigeria-Biafra Civil War. Abagana ambush of March 31st, 1968 is regarded as the most successful ambush in Africa's history. Yes, the source of this is Igbo history and facts. I saw it. I saw it. It was devastating. It's not that thing wasn't even clear. At the end of the war, people just couldn't pass that road because they were still clearing. It took, what it means. Metals were all burnt up. Tankers of fuel was splitted, and today we are there. It's going to happen again. Now, Biano, keep on coming. Mazi told you already that you will leave your land, you come to our land, all of you are going to die in our land. Keep coming. I wish there was a video at that time. I wish there was, so that somebody could have videoed what happened there live, because bullets were firing themselves. Yeah, because they were coming to take over Onitsha. Murtala Mohammed, the man is a courageous man. He was coming, he wanted to take over the land. And they made their Waterloo at that bridge. That story will never ever end to be told. And I'm very happy that today somebody went to the source and got it and inboxed it. 31st of March, 1968. That's when it happened. And we're running around and so today it's the happiest day. It's one of the, it's a history, it's a historical day. Put it in your diary and don't ever forget today, March 31st. It's a memorable day. It happened in our eyes, in our time. All right, somebody also sent me something today about, I don't like reading this, but I'm going to let it go because it's funny, kind of. When people tell lie, they say like this, you keep wondering. Somebody will tell you that he was a billionaire at 25. His father was a wretched poor man. A billionaire at 25 is possible, yes, because maybe your father died and left you some wealth. Odimegu Ojukwu, the father was like, I don't know how to describe him at that time. But the man never boasted that he was a millionaire at 25, at 35. Billionaire, not million. B, the word B. Ogana Patego Egigwe, when there was money. The likes of Dave Omai said he was a billionaire. B-I, so let's listen to this before I continue. The point, like I said before, issues like this don't really matter to me. But you see, want to show you the kind of people that they are. Fulani is dealing with all of you one by one. Again, like this, all of you will say, Kai, could have listened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But it's too late now because you're already deep in your mess. Listen to this.
I became a billionaire at the age of 25.
I became a billionaire at the age of 25. Look at you, listen to him. So poor man in Africa, not long where go. When things happen, they start lying and lying and lying.
I heard that the embattled governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, have responded to the governor of Rivers State with respect to the court judgment that sacked him and his deputy. Please, I want you to listen to him because he get waiting. I want to ask him.
I want to thank the PDP and even the man that boasted that he did that hatchet job. If people, the people that crucified Christ knew that it would bring salvation,
you're now
to the
Christ.
world,
They crucified
they wouldn't
you.
have done that. So it is likened to the hatchet man that boasted. Is likened to Judas Iscariot. What qualifies you? Just because you are packing money that is public fund. Not intellectual material, but just packing money from public funds, and you are boasting about it. Otherwise, whom were you? I became a billionaire at the age of 25.
Biafra, bam. You know why I'm laughing? I'm so interested. I'm so happy about it because they are fighting. Somebody even sent me one yesterday. That's what I found out about now. Everybody's talking. Fight yourselves. We are here, Biafrans. We are going to excel in the end. They are beginning to bite themselves. They are beginning to fight themselves. Iyke is nobody. Now you are a billionaire at 25. What I can say about the money you will billionaire because in university you just youth service. You youth service, you will billionaire at 25. At least almost as wife and at 12 years, 13 years. And most of them, to why go left, right, and center because I'm in that kind of family. I will know women. We know how to buy motor parts and deal. Most of these guys, they get very rich but I ask now billionaire at 25. Unless a man go somewhere. Because I don't know about boy. Okay, do you know now? Okay, do you know? At 25. BB. It comes a B. Because now going you are all thieves. Many more will come. Kobano Kunu si devil, you are calling what's his name? The man in River State. Who was he? He's carrying public fund. As if now given go that your billion let us listen to it.
What?
I became a billionaire at the age of 25. I've worked all my life. And I've asked him to come for public debate.
Come of it. What manner of lie is this? Mr. Dave Umahi? You mean you are billionaire at the age of 25? Yet, estates start springing up in your father's compound 31 years later when you became a governor. What manner of lie is this? Oh, you were a billionaire. You became a billionaire at the age of 25. 30-something years ago. Yet, none of the renowned musicians like Oliver the Cook, also and their colleagues did not put you in any of their songs. At the time, people like Ezeko Vijela were making waves. Ooh. If you don't lie, make you remain small for other people. I don't say Nigerian politicians una and lie na 5 and 6. Honestly, this kind of lie na the kind of lie wey dey shock the devil himself. Because you'll be wondering, that part of the Bible that says that devil is the father of all liars, that part should be rewritten. God will be considering to do that. Honestly, to say that the devil is the father of all lies, it should be rewritten. Probably they should have written Dave Omai is the father of all lies, with the kind of lie we are hearing. Okay, for the benefit of doubt, can you come out to tell Nigerian people your story, your journey to becoming a billionaire at the age of 25 years? We're not talking about being a millionaire, we're talking about being a billionaire at the age of 25 years. Probably you graduated at the age of 23, wonderful. Went to youth service at the age of 24, beautiful. And now you became a billionaire at the age of 25. Tell us, cut soup for us, what exactly did you do? Because
we're not interested. It's a lie. You're stressing on this is like you're hyping him. You're hyping him up. He is nothing. He's just one of the new shoes. But even the joy that I'm getting about this whole thing is no Akawasiba. You know, Akawasiba that thought of, because you know what? They start telling you what they have done before that nobody knew about. Even Akawasi too. There's nothing anybody can do, honestly, except to sit down there and pay attention and listen to them and see what they have to say. Akawasiba, people are beginning to think, people are beginning to reason, people are beginning to talk like normal people, you know. So what we are saying is that it is affecting Ukenangwere. I think I heard about something about the raid, that they raided the train and the people are coming out. You will get more problem. It never finish. This is, when they said it before, that these people, they did not come here to live with you. The Fulanis are there. It's not, they think it's Biafra issue. They've taken over the whole country, including the Northerners. There's no more Hausa. Somebody will say it and you know something, they will kill the person. But you see, the truth will always remain the same and it will never change. Today, many of them are beginning to realize that what had been said before, flashback, the warning, which nobody took seriously. Listen to this man. Oh boy, I think what's happening? I can't get this thing.
Sat down with us, not once.
Let me go there.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University.
That's right.
I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current. No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them. And they are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from one of the Middle East countries in private jet full of ammunitions and dollars.
Did they tell you, Dr. Badaya, why they would want to cause civil war in 2022?
Yes, so that they can continue in power. I'm not making this up. I am not joking about this. I love Nigeria. I don't like the setting of it.
All right. You see, that is these issues like this. It is still coming. It's not going to be over. Akowasiba, even that way. Akowasiba, that is an akorobada. This is an information. This same thing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had seen it in a vision, has started it long time ago, and nobody is paying attention. Akowasiba, it will come. Because they have not come in here to joke. It doesn't end here. There is somebody that's even started talking about this long time ago. The man talked about it and nobody took him seriously. He's not a Biafran. He is somebody who is a pastor, not from the land of Biafra. He's from the West. He's a Yoruba man. He started this talk and nobody took him seriously. Nobody thought it was something that they need to consider or talk about. Today it is happening. It is happening in the sense that we are seeing it happen in our eyes. The man spoke about it many years ago and nobody wanted to listen.
If you have an iPad here and you have access to the internet right here, I will just invite you, please go online straight away and go to wikipedia.org, Wikipedia, and type into the search engine Abuja Declaration 1989. And this information will come up. Islam in Africa held a conference in Abuja in 1989. At the end of it, they issued a declaration, and it goes to eradicate in all its forms and ramifications all non-Muslim religions in member nations. Such religions shall include Christianity. Now please note that word. To eradicate in all its forms and ramifications. Now Nigeria is a member nation. All non-Muslim religions, such religions shall include Christianity. The word Christianity in the communique was underlined.
Yes, very important.
To ensure only Muslims are elected to all political posts of member nations, to ensure the appointment of only Muslims into strategic national and international posts of member nations.
Is it not happening today?
To ensure the ultimate replacement of all Western forms of legal and judicial systems with the Sharia.
Yes.
Then to make sure that this strategy works, because it's going to require money. Babangida, as the self-appointed president of Nigeria, put his hand into the treasury of Nigeria, took $21 billion out and gave it to OIC.
Is it not happening today? What's the difference between this government, the APC government, and what this man is saying? All the strategic heads, they are Muslims. Not just being Muslims, they are Fulanis. There are. And somebody says this kind of thing, the first man that I played this clip, they killed him. He died. Because that's what they know how to do. The moment you speak, they eliminate you. But the truth is, whether you speak or you don't speak, you are going to die, regardless. You may not die immediately, you may not die then, but later, because when they start starving you and killing you, and the farmers are running away from their homes, bringing farmers from the villages to the city to come and do what? What is they going to be doing in the city? You are dying, but you're dying gradually. So you better speak up and die immediately. It's better for you. You don't have to suffer to die. Death, for me, I look at it like that's the end of it. But what is the process of dying? I think the process is more painful than death itself. Because when you die, you're gone. People who are mourning you are the people that you left behind. You're gone. So this is going to continue. It's not going to change until we actualize Biafra. That is our hope. That is our only hope. Believe me sincerely, I played something earlier, even before my time, about what our leader said in his atonement. He was equating it to the Bible. He wasn't just making it up. It's very scary. For those of you who are still very, very young, who still have a long way to go in life, if it doesn't scare you, I don't know what will scare you. Because there's no hope. There's absolutely no hope at all.
To
to the Islamic Development Fund of OIC and said, take this money for the total, I'm quoting, for the total Islamization of Nigeria in particular and Africa in general. Babangida paid $21 billion of our money to turn Nigeria into an Islamic nation. And they have started. Boko Haram, don't look at it as something that is isolated to the northeast. It is meant to cover the entire nation until Christianity is eradicated in all its forms and ramifications. There are two ideologies inside the Nigerian constitution. Let me show you something. Sharia is mentioned in your constitution 73 times. Islam 28 times. Grand Qadi 54 times. Muslim 10 times in the Nigerian Constitution 1999. There is no single mention of Christ in the Nigerian Constitution. No single mention of Christian in the Nigerian Constitution. No single mention of Christianity in the Nigerian Constitution. No single mention of church in the Nigerian Constitution. Now I ask you, sir, I ask you, ma, is your country an Islamic state, a Christian state, or a secular state? Which one is Nigeria?
That's a question they asked you. And that question has never been answered. This was done many years ago. This man is not a Biafran. He's a pastor from the west, from the southwest. He's a Yoruba man. Bosu is his name, Emmanuel Bosu. He sent a message, a very strong message, and make references. Because I know that the Abuja Declaration, when he first said this, he was there. And eventually Google took it out. Because a lot of people went there to look at his searches. You know, the Fulanis, they know how to do their game. They paid Google, and before you know it, the thing disappeared there. It's not there anymore. You know, because this man, when he made reference, he was his point. I went there myself. I saw it at the time that he said this. Then when I told a friend about it later, one or two years later, we were discussing with a friend of mine who lives in Kaduna. We were talking, and I made reference to it. He went there, he came back, no, I didn't say it. Then I went there to discover that the thing was not there anymore. Even though it's still there, but it's not exactly the way it's supposed to be. But that's history. Because we are seeing what he said happen. When they spoke about it here, some Christians were like, hey, it can never happen here. Now all the joke. All of you are just jokers. If somebody says something, it stops being a rumor when the person makes reference. All you need to do is go back there and check the reference and see if the reference is correct. You don't just say things and walk away. No, they said go there. The question is, did Babangida give them money? Did they talk about OIC? Did he give money to OIC? These are points that you're going to raise and make sure that this man is telling the truth and see what you can do about it. But you know something? None of us will do anything about it because that's the way we are. It doesn't concern me, but it will eventually concern you. Today, everybody's crying. Even in the north, somebody sent me something yesterday that I wish to share with you about the northerners, the way they feel about the Hausa people especially. Because they are completely wiped out. They don't exist anymore. The normal Fulani way, the farmer, you remember my story about the farmer and the camel? Go Google it, it's there. Google has that story too. This story, pictorial book when I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. I wasn't reading at the time, but it's a story book that picture. And my big sister was trying to tell me the story, and I go tell it to my friends and we laugh about it. I went to Google to see if it is there. Yes, I saw it. The camel, the farmer and the camel. The camel is supposed to be the Fulani man. The farmer is all of us. He goes there in his hut, little hut. It was hot at night. He was in there, and taking the worm, and the Fulani man outside like a camel said to him, you know, it's very cold out here. Why don't you allow me to bring in my head into your hut, please? I can take a little bit of that heat. And the man said, but the hut is very small, but I'll let you. I'll just push myself aside so I can put in your head. He put it in his head. A couple of minutes later, he said, but you know, my torso, all my body, my leg, everything is outside. I'm feeling cold. Can I bring in my right leg? Man said, but okay, bring it in. He brought it in. Before you know it, he kicked the man out. He kicked the farmer out and took over the hut. That is Fulani's story. As a 6-year-old, I didn't put any meaning into it until now that I know that this is that. Because when you look at the farmer, he had a turban on his head, which means it had to do with the Arab people. The people on that area. This is Fulani. They are not coming to be with you. No, they are coming to kill you and take your land. Obidia said it already. That they are in the rainforest of the southeast. When he says rainforest, he's talking about the River Rhine, Bayelsa, and the rest of them go there today. They are the occupants of that area. They have taken over their land. But you know something? They will all die in our land. We keep on praying to our only God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. It's going to take off their lives. There's no way they are going to survive in our land. It might not happen in our time, but you know something? It will happen. Okay, yes, it is something that's going to happen. Let's listen to this man. These are people that now they are crying like us too.
My dear Nigerians and the international community.
He's an Hausa fellow.
Now I want to address Nigerians and the international community about the current happenings in northern Nigeria. Although it's not only northern Nigeria, it's the entire country, but most particularly northern Nigeria. And I want to address the indigenous Nigerians and the Hausa people, particularly in Nigeria. You know, we need to rise up. We need to open our eyes. The Fulanis are moving all villages, killing people, rampaging communities. You know, they have no respect for religion. Fulani man has no respect, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. I myself that is addressing you, I'm a Hausa person. These people have no regard for religion. If you are thinking it's about religion, you better open your eyes. The indigenous people in this country and the Hausa people need to rise up and open their eyes. This is not about religion, it's about ethnic cleansing. The Fulani people want to eliminate the indigenous Nigerians. Now, in my local government, Giwa local government of Kaduna State, it's a local government that is 99% Hausa people by tribe. But as I'm talking to you, over 4 days now, the Fulani militias have killed over 200 persons. And among them include my own relations. They have burnt houses. They have destroyed both Christians and Muslims. So it is high time for particularly the indigenous northern Hausas to unite themselves against this onslaught. If those that are in position of authority, if you think this is about religion, then you are still sleeping. This is not about religion. This is about ethnic cleansing. They are trying to eliminate the indigenous, Nigerians, the indigenous northerners, and take over their lands. This is about land grabbing. I'm telling you, in Zangwantama community in your local government, which comprises of over 60 to 70 villages, cluster of villages, there have been so far now over 100 people have been killed, houses burnt, their cows, their cattle that they use for farming, for construction of ridges and all that, they have been scattered away, their houses, their cars, all their properties. As I'm talking to you right now, they have left their communities, they have run away to other places, the bushes, and even some of them have moved towards Zaria. How can you expect a farmer to move into the city to do what? To do what, for God's sake? It is high time for Nigerians to wake up. It is high time for the Hausas to wake up. The Fulanis are blindfolding our eyes. The Hausas. I'm a Hausa person, and I'm talking with passion. The Fulanis have used religion to blindfold us, to think that it is about religion. No, it is not about religion. It is about ethnic cleansing. It's high time for the Hausas. Thank God, this broadcast, I believe it is going to be pushed into the group that comprises of all the houses, the indigenous houses, and with the effort making to unite the houses, to rise up against this onslaught. So I want you to understand, this thing is not about religion. It's not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. The same thing that is happening in southern Kaduna, where the indigenous southern Kaduna are being eliminated by the Fulanis. The same thing is also happening in northern Kaduna, where they are purely houses. So it's not about religion. If you heard that people are being butchered in southern Kaduna, houses, communities burnt, and you are happy and you think it's about Christians, now you better open your eyes. It's not about Christians. I'm a Hausa person. Our Giwa local government, which is in northern Kaduna, and many parts of Katsina, Zampara, many people have been eliminated. Now I want you to know right now, as I'm talking to you, Tsawon in Mayo community and Kaya, there are villages, over 100 villages in that axis. It belongs to the western part of Gio local government. Of course, just to mention, about a few months ago, the house of the person representing us at the state level now, the State House of Assembly, was killed by the bandits. So, and this man too is a Hausa person, is a Muslim. So it's not about religion. I want you to understand that this thing is not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. Right now, as I'm talking right now, this evening, they have started operation from about 5 p.m. up to this time that I'm talking to you right now. The Fulani militias are still there operating, killing people, burning houses, raping our women, kidnapping those that they can kidnap. This is not just kidnapping, it's even more than kidnapping. This is an invasion. Now I want you to know that Giwa local government is one of the major agricultural community in Nigeria. Giwa alone can feed the entire Nigeria. Now Giwa market, for instance, Giwa grain market is one of the largest grain market in Nigeria. So if the inhabitants of Giwa local government are chased away by the bandits, now that will have multiply effect. That will have negative consequences, not just on the livelihood of the people, the inhabitants of Giwa local government, but the entire economy of Kaduna State and the entire community, economy of Nigeria. Farmers are running. Farmers are coming to the city. What will they come to the city and do? What will they eat? So it's high time for those in authority. Now, if you are hearing me and you are in authority, you have a say, and you keep quiet because you don't want to die, you will eventually die. You will eventually die, whether you like it, whether you like it or not. The governorship aspirant, from Katsina, that was killed by the bandits some couple of months ago on his way from, Katsina to Abuja, to Abuja on the Kaduna-Abuja road. Did he knew that he was going to be killed? So if you think you are in position and you don't want to talk so that you will not be killed, you will still be killed. We that have chosen to come out and talk, we will still be alive. I know there is no devil in heaven and on earth that can eliminate my life. So if you will come out and talk and get what is supposed to be done, it's better for you to rise up and talk. I've spoken to many military, those in the military sector. They have complained to me of, a lot of logistic issues, which is affecting their operations. All this is not worth it. And I want to assure you that, this is a conspiracy. This is a serious conspiracy. Why? Because, on the 24th of March, which is on Thursday, that the kidnappers started this operation, the network of the entire axis of western part of, Giwa, that is on the Mayo, ceased. So, they couldn't even call for help at the right time because the network has ceased. So what does that mean? That means it's a conspiracy. Turji, the head of kidnappers, who is resident in Zampara, has came out on the social media, has claimed responsibility for hundreds of lives, that have been killed, and yet nothing has been done to him. Which kind of governless country are we in? Life in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria particularly, most especially in Giwa local government, is becoming poor, brutish, nasty and short. Life is becoming uncertain. Which kind of situation is this? I am calling on well-meaning individuals who can speak, whose voice can be heard, to rise up and speak against this evil. This is evil, and this evil will consume everyone eventually if we keep quiet. If you think you are in the city, if you think where you are is saved, and therefore you will keep quiet, I'm telling you, a time will come, even those in the city will not be spared. You know, about some months ago, you know, Zaria, which is a city, the second largest city in Kaduna State after the main, Kaduna city, has experienced a lot of, kidnappers attempts and all that. So don't say you are in the city and you will keep quiet. And even if you think you are saved, what about your relations? What about your relations that are in the villages? So let's come out and talk against this evil, and not just talk, but act against this evil. Those that have access to President Buhari should speak to him. Those that have access to, Governor Erifai should speak to him. Those that have access to other state governors, those that have access to head of various security apparatus in Nigeria, they should speak. These bandits are human beings. They are not spirits. They are human beings like you and I. If there is effort, they can be stopped. They can be stopped. Nigerian military is more than equipped to face them and destroy and annihilate them. These people, they are not they are not evil spirits. They are people that are known. Where they are located is known. So why not Nigerian security reinforce? Both the land army and the air force should reinforce and face them and clear them. If we refuse to act, this evil will consume every one of us. So I want to call particularly on the Hausas, the indigenous Hausas, to rise up. I know that Fulanis have deceived the Hausas. They have taken over the northern Nigeria, even though they constitute the minority in terms of population, but in terms of the politics of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of the traditional relationship of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of every position, every authority, Fulanis have occupied. So it's becoming difficult for the government to address this, because those that should address it, they are the ones. They are the ones. They feel that it is their brethren, it is their kinsmen. Buhari is a Fulani, Governor Kaduna State Erifai is Fulani, and most of the northern governors are Fulanis. So that has made this evil to continue. Therefore, I want to call on the indigenous people of Nigeria, the indigenous Hausas in northern Nigeria and other minority tribes, to rise up against this evil. If we refuse to rise up, and I also know that there are some Fulanis that are well-meaning Fulanis who are also not happy with this thing, who are also not supporting this evil. I also want you to call on your brethren, to call the attention of your kinsmen, the Fulanis, against this evil, and to expose them. Don't hide them. Don't give them a covering. Expose them. If we collectively put our effort together, if we collectively expose this evil will stop. This evil will stop. Therefore, please, I want to call on the indigenous Nigerians to gang up against this evil, and if you refuse to do that, this evil will eventually consume us. Thank you so much, because I believe not only the Nigerians, but also the international community. I want the international community to come to the aid of Nigeria, because Nigeria is under siege. Nigeria is under a serious conspiracy. So United States of America, Britain, Germany, France, and all well-meaning, and even the United Nations Organization, and all the well-meaning, people across the globe should come to the help of Nigeria, because Nigeria is burning in flame. Giwa local government under Kaduna State is burning in fire right now as I'm talking to you. Come to our aid. Thank you so much.
Ku kasance tare da sabuwar tashar mu wadda za ta rinka kawo muku shirye-shirye na musamman.
Anya begun. Biafra deje. No. Obia. Ije. Freedom. Ma udoka ina rio. Anya toni himo for baramenu.
Kamar labarai, ra'ayoyi.
Makiro makeju na taganu. Oga te kwara ina ma. Omo Biafra tekene. Biafra na tako. Ibo we madano. Ibo we madana tako. Omo Biafra de. Biafra na tako. No. Ibo we madana tako. Eji megu mekine. Tifuna kikana. odogwu ga-adịrị mma onye eze na ọdụrụ gị mma ọkwa ndị solo gili n'ụwa akọrọ gị ogililacha ọkwa osisi bụrụ tolo ọkwa anyị ma n'ọnọdụ ugo ọdụrụ na-egwe mma ọkwa okoko onye arụ a na-achụwa ya ọsọ otu ekwesị eliko nri ọ ga-ejikwe n'ogologo ngaji dike Kanu gị bụ na London dike Kanu gị bụ na Israel dike Kanu gị bụ na Russia dike Kanu gị bụ na India dike Kanu gị bụ na Biafra Nnamdi Kanu dike Kanu gị bụ na Biafra nsogbu enyi mba enyi nsogbu enyi mba enyi anyị ga-azọgbu ndị ilo enyi mba enyi nsogbu enyi mba enyi ụmụ Igbo niile dekene Igbo nwe mmadụ anasago onwe mmadụ n'ọnụ ewo ọ dụwụla anyị Igbo nwe mmadụ anasago onye nwere nke sizanye n'osisale my blood onye nwere nke chukwu nye n'chukwu okike obiọma onye give God what belongs to him and gives his what belongs to him as we seek for peace and humanity it's not at all profanity there are lots of people is killing each other I want to wipe my blood down. Who will be a fly? I join. I'm forgetting the middle. I'm forgetting the middle. Oh,
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people. Because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwokika Biama is with us. We did it because Chukwokika Biama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land. Be warned.
Yeah, I think we are it's just 1 week today. That's the beginning. No more nama. We are not eating. So there's no more eating of nama in any shape or form, no shriki, no no karuchi, kubichi, all the cheese, pomo and all the ngwobis and everything in Nama is prohibited in Biafra land, and we're not going to take it. It's when you go to Yananya. We mean what we are saying. I heard yesterday, I listened to somebody sent me something that the governor said, come April 4th, there'll be no more sit at home. Well, I don't know about that, but the Monday sit at home have been officially, suspended. So people chose to keep it as a memory for themselves. The only thing is that now, it's a matter of I have a friend, one time I was in the zoo, and there was a little bit of argument. The man wanted the wife to travel to the east with him for Christmas. And the wife said, I'm not going to go because I don't have a mate, so I can't go there. And then, something brought to something, and what interested me was that the man said, okay, yeah, I barely is a Koronaka. So privately with him, I said, how can you tell your wife Koronaka? Yeah, bet me you'll be there. What if she doesn't come there? What will you do? So I need a Koronaka. Na 4th of April, there'll be no sit at home. Well, you are giving yourself a very big high jump because how are you going to maintain that? How are you going to go home and force people out of their houses to go out in the street? Anyway, it's good. Like I said, everything is a process. People are thinking that people that are sitting at home is just because they are afraid to go out because somebody is going to harass them or somebody is going to beat them up and all that. No. The people are telling you that they are tired of going out there. We're going to sit at home in protest. Nobody's forcing. IPOB has never forced anybody to sit down in his house. No. It's just choice. Now you want to bring police and army in the street. You think that then that will make them sit at home more? I don't know what you guys eat. I don't know what you drink. I don't know the kind of alcohol on the angle. Maybe there's something you guys think that I don't even know about. Because you listen, the politicians, you ask yourself a question sometimes. Are they in the real world? Are they really with us? Are they normal people? Because they don't behave as if they are normal. There are things you see them do, especially those of them who you're supposed to be your friend. They do things that I don't know, how would I describe it? You see this evil come, even in our name now, in the zoo today, but in the southeast, that nation. Somebody had seen it happen, and we know it was happening, but the truth is that most of us, we don't have the cloud, we don't have the God. We are nobody. Why would you even want to worry about it? You just say, let me mind my business. But those of them who are in the position and they know that this evil is coming and they are there, they won't talk about it. They are so, I was talking to one of my friends and I was asking about, I used an example. Obiano. As soon as he handed over, he was in the airport to fly off. The people are waiting for you. The EFCC, they just grabbed you from there and embarrassed you. Because only in Echuche, you could have left a month before. You don't have to be there to hand over. You can get away 2 days, 3 days before the time. No, Uchele hand the hand over. Then, like his wife or Munye, Osudie, that's what they call her, right? All those are going to true Osudie, because all those Osudie, she won't get up there to the public place and to go and confront Bianca or no. I mean, Osudie, because they are not thinking. These people have done, their body is cracked. And they are supposed to be very intelligent people. They don't think like you. So, okay, even if they don't think like you, don't they have families? Don't they have friends who can come in? And I have a friend, a very big political friend in Nigeria. I believe it's when this IPOB thing started. We were having a conversation and I just told him something because he didn't know why I should be doing this. For him, we have been this when we're teenagers now. So I know, if you don't want to support what they are doing, please na begi. It will tag a microphone on, don't say anything, because you can once you can just say one thing and they will twist it and twist it and twist it. Till today he's thanking me for that. So the likes of Ubiano and the rest of them. Na agba po somebody say ho hand over na agba. Ono nwere family. Onwuru ne ya agwa say na anyi he men ka 2 weeks to the time just to move with your family. And they just give you inauguration. No about the Zoom. There's something they call Zoom. You can be there on the Zoom and hand over on the Zoom. At least about the poor, even though never hear about yourself, you are not even sure you're going to be safe there anyway. Because so everywhere, the entire world, the entire ground is burning. They don't think like that. So our governor, our able governor, from the fort, they be no more sit at home. They will police and army and bring security. That is why they will sit at home. But you are not thinking. You are living in a cuckoo land. You don't want the reality of life to down on you. Go to the grassroots and listen to the people. Go to the grassroots. Forget about whatever political nonsense. If you go to the grassroots, listen to the people. Take advice from the real people, not sycophants. There are sycophants that will maybe themselves now will be the so-called traditional rulers. Those people are puppets. They are nobody. The grassroots, those you call Ufeke. Listen to them. Listen to them. He doesn't care. He has no home to live. He's maybe not around. He just goes there to sleep. Go to him and find out. Take his opinion. Forget about those, the elites. Because he will not lie. He will not. In fact, he will even want to take a picture with you to show that na governor na Biafra. These are people. They are puppets. They are not real people. The real people will die na Ufeke. They are dead. They are the people that will tell you the truth so that you know exactly what to do. Don't go there and say people will not sit at home. Have you addressed the issue? What caused it? How can you be taking care of effects rather than the cause? If you go to the cause, the effects will disappear. The effect is just something that caused it. What they call the will disappear. The will disappear on its own without even you touching it. But when you go to Oko, then if the other ones will take effect on its own. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is that try to address issues. Don't come to the public and make proclamations, and eventually if you don't do it, if you don't succeed in doing it, calm down. Find out the reason why this is happening. Find a solution to it. Before you start giving, don't even give the order, honestly. It will die off quietly and people will say, then you will come out and say, this is what you have done. But the important is make sure you are ready to carry it on. This is Radio Biafra USA too. All right, my lines are open. You can make your calls at 646-920-4541 and 845-344-7984. Land of the Rising Sun, 929-406-9953. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Call.
Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle. Great
Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup to them entered. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced it. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religious treated us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. Biafra, from Father Isaac. The rising descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My home, my fatherland. My original legend.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar, brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas, and them.
All right, I have a call coming in now. Caller on straight line. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, Ifeanyi is my name. I'm calling from my location.
Yeah, well.
I thank Chukwuka Biama for this wonderful day, the last day of March 2022. I thank God for keeping us alive till this moment and using our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, wherever he is using him. All his prophecies is coming out one by one. I thank God for his life. Thank God for everybody. May his name be glorified. In the name of Chukwuka Biama. He said, Mazi, why I called this morning is about the clip you played. This Hausa man, the last clip you played about this Hausa man. I said something about Hausas. When I had the clip yesterday, there's somewhere I was yesterday, I had the clip, I listened to it. What came to my mind, I said, the voice of a man in the wilderness was crying. So the voice of our leader was, re-echoing from the Hausa people. And our leader said it that the Hausa people and the Fulani people, the kind of fight that will come upon two of these people, it will be terrible.
Yep.
So everything that Hausa man said is what our leader has said before and is coming up right now. The man said, Hausas, rise up. Hausas, rise up. That is what our leader said. That the Fulanis deceived the Hausas, and now they want to take the whole community. And this thing is said, our leader said, it's not by it's not this religious or whatever, but ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
Ethnic cleansing. And that was what the Hausa man said. Ethnic cleansing. That is, the Fulanis want to take over every community, everywhere. Our people rise. Our people rise. Both Yoruba, all indigenous people should rise and face this moron from the Sahel to wipe them out of this country. That country called Nigeria. The Fulanis, they are doing everything. And I'm saying, this man on the Senate seat, the president of the Senate, that man is a conspirator to what is happening. Have you heard any time all this insecurity, they have not brought it to the Senate or to House of or what they call it, the House of Representative.
Yeah.
You know, all of them, but especially that Senate president. That Senate president is an evil man. Is an evil man. That's what I'm saying. Everybody should look into that man. That man, that Senate president, is an evil. Mazi, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-451, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Ethnic cleansing. That's the exact same word that Theophilus Danjuma had used earlier, we remember. He said they are here to take over your land. There is ethnic cleansing, and we know that. We know that that is what it is. The only thing is that everybody has to rise up. Anyway, it's affecting, if it so it's like everybody is feeling the pain, not just Biafrans. They are feeling the pain too, because they eventually have to rise up. They have no choice. These Fulanis haven't come here to live with you. They came here because they want to take over your land. Yes. Land occupation, land grabbing, that's what it says for them. For them, Nigeria is a land that their God has given them, forgetting that there were people living there before they get there, and they think that they can just come in and take over the place with no resistance. That's a joke. Caller, good morning. Caller, and what's up? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, good morning. I Peter.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my brother, thank you for having me and thank you for bringing me in. Mazi, allow me to appreciate Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I know that his case this day is coming up on 8th of April.
Yeah.
I pray that God grant me favor, that he will be victorious. And also thank you for reminding Biafrans that the D-Day of stopping eating cow meat is around the corner. And Mazi, we are equally to the tax. We are ready, we are prepared. As you said, the day is coming. Mazi, you have said many things here and you have played many clips. Mazi, let me start by there's a clip that will be playing on Radio Biafra, I think since some days ago. Mazi, when the Hausa man or Fulani man, I don't know who is that, educating our brother, telling him what is going on in that zoo called Nigeria. This man began to tell our brother that we don't know who we are. And that's exactly what our leader is saying. We Biafran don't know who we are. He said even if the zoo that we migrate, we are Jewish. The Jewish people even afraid of us because we are the original Jewish. They say they're afraid of us because they know what we're capable to do. because we are different breeds. And most of us don't know who we are. That's why our leader is telling us, how can you bow down for Fulani to beg for presidency if you know who you are? You're not supposed to bow down to anybody to beg for presidency. It's them supposed to bow down for us and ask us for presidency because we are different breed. We are different people, and our people don't know this. And this man saying many things. He says that, do you know that the white man will not be happy having Igbo man a president of Nigeria? And this my brother say, why? He said, because do you think that white man is happy allowing Igbo man building car in Nigeria, in Nnewi? Do you think they're happy about that? He said they can never let that happen. He said, you know, there's this thing they have today saying that Nigeria is a free nation today. It's Igbo man started it. It's Igbo man begin to ask for this thing. It's not about Hausa man, it's not Fulani man, it's Igbo man. So because of this, white man can never allow Igbo man to be the president of Nigeria. And also he mentioned many things, my brother. He says, do you know that if we become a president of Nigeria, that we will give away of white people? We will not do with them because we know what it takes. We will not look into them. We will not ask them, or we will not give them any relevant. We will do things in our own. So this man mentioned many things to the extent that he says, and I want to make something here, Maz. Do you know that when this man, what is his name, Prince Charles of England, when he came to Nigeria, people don't know what this man did. People don't, even people that attend that occasion don't know what this man did. This man came, he put Sultan of Sokoto in front, he put Oni of Ife in second, and he put Obi of Onitsha in third place. And people don't know what that is signify. That is the way they structure that country. That's what the man come to show them. Now don't forget, we structure this country in this way. Fulani first, Yoruba second, and we come third. That's exactly what the man did there. But did I tell you that even Oba of Onitsha, Obi of Onitsha don't know about this? He don't know about this, what the man did that day. That is the significant to show you that they're in charge. Nigeria belongs to them. The zoo belongs to the white people called Britain. Do you know that when this man came, Charles Prince, when he came to the zoo, every Obas, every king, every this thing went to see him. But do you know when this man went to visit, I think the king of Ghana, the king of Ghana was in his place. This man find him go there. But when he come to Nigeria, all the Obas find him go to Abuja. Can't you see that the country belongs to them? So whatever we did, Mazi, is not only Fulani holding us down, it's the Britain. When our leader is saying Britain is the people that hold us down, people don't believe. Now they can see it. Even now they begin confessing that Britain is the mastermind what is going on in that country. They are the people that hold us down. Not only Fulani. Fulani cannot do nothing. Without Britain, Fulani cannot do nothing. Now, Maz, let me come to what you says about sitting at home. You see, this sitting at home, our Directorate of State, the highest commander in this structure, in this struggle, have said it, that we have postponed or a council sit at home. The reason is because we want to tell the world that IPOB is not forcing anybody to sit at home. People is sitting at home, they are willingly, because of showing solidarity of our leader. As you said, find the root of what caused sit at home. You don't start saying people don't have to sit at home on 4th of April. No, find the root. What caused people to sit at home? Now, IPOB have said we did not force people to sit at home. That's why they make press statement says we have council sit at home, but people still sitting at home. Just to tell the world that we are not forcing nobody. Everybody sitting at home is sitting at home on his own way. They're sitting at home for solidarity of our leader. Now, I'm BBC Igbo. Do you know that this sit at home, they still referring it to IPOB, forcing people to sit at home? But some idiot clamoring that the one making sit at home to be happening. They never call them because they know they're not relevant. You see this, Mazi, allow me to use the name, autopilot. Autopilot is clamoring that they are the people that makes it at home going on. The BBC is saying that it's IPOB making it at home to go on. My autopilot is claiming that he is the one, the initiatives that making peace at home to continue. Do you see the difference here? That's why I like the press statement our able Imapoafo made, so that any crime this idiot commit with his group will not be in the head of IPOB. You see, when BBC will complain, he will not call autopilot, he will call IPOB. So that is the difference. That's why I like this press statement. It's long overdue. The press statement come late, but it's okay, because this man is doing something bad that they're referring that his IPOP is doing it. That's why I like what they did. Mazi, thank you for having me, and God bless you.
God bless you. All right, thank you very much. Whatever happens, what we're saying is that I'm still hoping to know what goes on the 8th of April. That's the day our leader is going to be in court. Are we sitting at home? What are we doing? So I need information to come in, because whatever the governor or whoever is saying what he's saying, we have to show solidarity. If they think that they are so much interested in what is happening, they should go to Abuja and tell them to let our leader go. If they don't want to do it, we'll do it our own way, and that's it. Our way is our way, and what we do is what we do. And in reference to the British people and the Charles that came here that couldn't even button his shirt properly, and I still remember that picture. It was an eyesore. The man came here and then started arranging. That is why I'm calling on Putin to say, please make sure that you recognize Biafra, because they have used us enough. The world order, whatever they call it, has to be broken at this time, because we can't keep quiet and let these things be happening. They are the ones that are creating this problem. If they mind their business, we'll mind our business. All we are saying that you came here, you took us, made us speak your language, through our own language, we obeyed you, we spoke your language, and after 100 years, you said, okay, after 100 years, if it doesn't work, everybody will go in separate ways. It's past 100 years now, and you're still struggling. Because when you created that 100 years, you thought it was never going to get there. 100 years will just come and pass, and you look at it. Biafra is going to stand until they let us go. Nobody will find peace in that thing that you call Nigeria. Maybe you're enjoying it, taking the oil and taking it to your place and all that. It's okay. You can do whatever you want to do. But when we are not gone yet, you can never succeed in whatever you're going to do. Caller, good morning. Caller from our private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Mazi Iyke, good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from France. Mazi, I thank you for the messages that you sent this afternoon. First, if someone is this our brother, this our lovely brother, Mazi Iyke, anybody meeting him, supposed to give him unfortunate. If you did not give him unfortunate, let me give them a cut. The one that from the riverine area. If you did not see that one, let me give them Mukolu from Enugu, because he deserves that thing, because he is a wonderful brother. You will not understand what our brother is doing. I tell you the truth. Our brother said something the day when they do about their mass. He just said something. He never even seconds. Nigerian government accused the IPOB. I say this our brother is Amara. It is another one like our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's another Amara we have. I will appreciate you, our brother. Continue doing your work. God bless you so much. And another thing I want to contribute my own quarter concerning what is going on. Our leader says many things concerning the north, our brothers. I'm calling all the indigenous people in that zoo to rise up, and none of them don't want to say anything. And at the same time, it costs them. He said that the punishment we receive as a Biafra, all of them are going to receive it. And when they receive it finished, then they will face their demon and face their demon. When they face their demon, then all of them will later come out from the demon influence. And they see what is happening. But the ones who are complaining about the Hausa people, Both the one they killed last time, the LG that we sent, the one who said that the present governor is the chief of the front of the Boko Haram. And if you take another one, the Kunle and the Alaji, both the first one and the second audio, their strategy, what they wanted to do is to handicap the Ipob or the Biafrans. But now they see that the IPOB have come and they double cross them. They cannot do anything again. Then they're trying to use the infiltrator among us, but they do not finish their work. Now they're trying to use Alamadri in the local form to attack one after the other, and they are able to cause havoc. Then what I'm trying to say is this is the time for us to keep keeping on and also being focused. Don't allow any person who tries to cause any meeting among us or trying to push us to start attacking or to start war, because they are trying to see another means to attack our leader inside the dungeon. We cannot assume someone to go and do some to stop violence when our leader is inside. First, we need to allow our leader to come out. Then our leader will take a decision by himself and through the DOS. And then they will sit down and plan what we can do. Then other things are coming from outside. We don't need it. Only thing we need is let the DOS and the body of the IPOB continue to lead us until we reach our destiny. All hail Biafra. God bless you. God bless you, man. Peter.
Thank
God bless you so much. I love you.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-798-4929-406-9953. I will take a very short break and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
Leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Mazi Iyke, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One cannot be two. Sunlight production. Show face on the microphone. Shalom Israel. Shalom Muchineke. We are getting there. It's a matter of time. Shalom. Bosom. You know me say I go say my right for you, Nigeria. Bosom. You know me say I don't know myself again. Yeah. The love I have for Biafra has taken over my heart. It's burning like fire. Biafra is my heart desire. I want her like Messiah. Nnamdi Kanu is Messiah. My love, oh. I'm ready to do anything for you, my love. I'm ready to do everything for you, my love. I will make you my canton. I will make you my cashier. Just be patient, my love. Oh, oh, oh. Be patient, my love. Oh. Be patient, my dear. Be patient, never relent. Oh. Just remain resolute, yo. Biafra, they come. I want to go full. I go package for you. Yeah. Go manage your baby. Be patient, my love. Oh. Biafra is the hope. Be patient, never relent. Biafra is the hope. Biafra, they come. I want to go full. Go package forever. Go manage again. Bosom. A lot of people could not pay their house rent again in Nigeria. Bosom. A lot of people could not feed their children again here in Nigeria. Bosom. A lot of people could not fuel their cars again and make their car again. Bosom. A lot of people could not eat food again for this government. Prosperity in Nigeria is not genuine. That's the reason why the the masses are suffering. More they are dying, more politicians are going higher. Prosperity in Nigeria is all about evil. Homo Biafra, Homo Chukwu Wabiama. We are entitled to fight this evil. Let's come together and support our supreme leader and crumble this evil. Go Nigeria. Be patient, my lord. Be patient, never relent. Biafra dey come. I wanna go full. I go package for you. You know go manage again. Be patient, my lord. Seek the love of Biafra. Be patient, never relent. Seek the love of Biafra. Seek the love of Biafra. Seek the love of Biafra. Go manage again. Be patient, my love. Be patient, never relent. Biafra dey come. I wanna go full. I go package for you. Go manage again. Be patient, my love. Be patient, never relent. No matter how I'm for this quarry, I wanna go full. We go package for it. Go manage again. From the hand of strangers. The supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Mazi Iyke, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One cannot be two. Sunlight production. Show face on the microphone.
Alright. Caller, good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from? Caller and principal officer.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi Iyke.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I remain Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I salute you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to energize you, to continue to fortify you both spiritually and physically. We are with you in this. Mazi, concerning the clips you just played, what is going on in the zoo called Nigeria, I have been asking myself, Mazi, of what purpose, of what benefit did we benefit by British government forcefully or hardly by killing more than 5 million of us to force us back into Nigeria? Of what benefit? Because me, I think in life, if you want to do something for people, either you do it for the benefit of those people, or maybe the person has an ulterior motive of doing that. Because I can't reason or imagine in my life of what benefit this 1967 to 1970 war that our late leader Mazi Iyke fought gallantly to preserve the life of innocent people, innocent citizens, innocent Biafrans, but British government and his allies fought and they make sure that they took us back to Nigeria. Today, is it not clear that the real agenda behind all those killings was to Islamize us, to take our land and give to the Fulani people? Is it not clear now? Are we not seeing it today? That if people observe what they did that year during those times, they may be thinking that they have a better plan for us, but not knowing that they have an ulterior motive. The reason why behind the amalgamation, Odumegwu Ojukwu fought gallantly and break us away from those plans. What did they do? They fought back and they took us back to Nigeria. Today, see where we are. Everybody is crying, dying, and they are mute. I supported what this Putin said. He said that these Westerners build their empires on lies. All the empires these people are building, they build it on the blood of the black people, on the blood of innocent black people. So, Mazi, that is the reason why I am calling on all this, because since we have started agitating this Biafran freedom, I have found out that no more moral people in this very life. They are nowhere to be found. No more moral countries. The country that we have been looking upon, thinking that they are the upright countries, the country that we thought that they are the real people that matters. We now seeing that to the nation of Biafra, they are nowhere to be found. I have been asking myself all this question: what is the secret behind Biafra? What is the secret behind Biafran freedom? A nation Biafra. What is the secret? What are they afraid of? Mazi, it's only Chukwukika Abiyama will free us, and we ourselves. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ara. This is Radio Biafra. It's a good question. What are they afraid of? I don't know, too. Honestly, it's hard to answer it. But you know something? Nothing good comes easy. When something is very, very rocky, there's going to be light in the end of that tunnel. And that's exactly where we're going. We are going to Biafra, and Biafra is our thing. It's not going to be smooth. Like we're seeing it now, it's not smooth. But in the end, we'll all smile. Honestly speaking, these people are all evil. They don't care about you. They don't care about us, you know. Nobody really care about us. That's Michael Jackson saying that they don't care. They don't give a damn. See, how many days did Putin go to Ukraine? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 days. Everybody's crying. Everybody's shouting. Everybody's making all kinds of noise about it. But over here, they've been killing us and nobody is saying anything. It's like we're not humans. I told you I wanted to place an order or something on Amazon, and I look at it, and the first thing they say, how much are you going to donate for Ukraine? I just overlooked it and just do what I have to do. Because what is happening to them, only 2 or 3 days, somebody's already crying. So they're already making so much noise about it. But the same thing has been happening to us, and nobody cares. We are not humans. What we are saying, and I keep saying it, I say it over and over and over, that Great Britain is the evil that is holding Africa. But Aga Haman at the time is over for them. Putin, they are trying to tell you that, the NATO, they are going to, economically strangle you and the rest of. No, you don't need to go back to them. Just recognize Biafra, and that is the first food you have taken out of the table of the British man. Because that's all they know. They don't care. They come to your land, they take whatever doesn't belong to them and leave us in abject poverty without paying for it. Go to the areas where they drill this oil, you know what they are doing to those land there. They're polluting the place. They're making it impossible for these fishermen to go out there and find food for their families. No, they don't care. They don't give a hoot. They don't give a damn. Nnamdi Kanu is in there. It's British government that organized it. It's not Kenya. What's Kenya? Kenya is nothing. They organize it. I can tell you, like the way Katrina Lanch or whatever they call her is traveling all over Abuja, going from home to home in the suburbs, in the villages. The British government can do exactly the same thing back there. in Kenya. They'll go there, even without even the Kenyan government. They can organize themselves with hoodlums around the city to do this job for them. We are going to keep quiet. We're not going to say anything. Just do it. Do it. And that's why they took our leader. They put him in jail. And they are not trying him. And the whole world is behaving as if nothing is happening. At least the man there is not a human being. But just 2-3 days in Ukraine, the whole world is shaking. You guys are all evil. I'm telling you honestly.
The MP, Harriet Hammond, has she not been here to discuss anything? No, she hasn't. She hasn't said a word. Her own constituents have written to her. She doesn't say anything. So what is going on? What is going on? Why has nobody from the Foreign and Commonwealth Office mentioned Mazi Iyke? How can you have a British citizen travelling on a British passport kidnapped in Kenya on June the 19th? He was tortured for 8 days before being extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. Why was he extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria when he's a British citizen? Has nobody behind these windows asked that question? How can you all remain silent? How can you all pretend that you can't see anything going on? It's all over social media. Catriona Lang, the High Commissioner for the UK in Abuja, has done nothing. She gets tagged in every single tweet that tweets about Mazi Iyke and extraordinary rendition. She doesn't reply to anybody. You ask a question, she blocks you. Is that really someone in her position? Is that really something she could be doing? She's done nothing at all. She's a representative of the UK in Nigeria. She represents British citizens in Nigeria. Why has she not represented Mazi Iyke? Why is the total silence? You've got another protest next to us here, a lady called Nazanin. Nobody's helping her either. She's a British citizen. What is going on in this country? The 67 to 70 Biafran war, it wasn't a war. It was a genocide. And the UK was complicit in genocide. The UK is complicit in genocide now, today. It's happening again. Yet why do we not hear about it? You go 20 yards away, the BBC cameras are there, the ITV cameras are there. Why does the BBC and ITV not cover Biafra? If what was going on in Nigeria was happening in any other Commonwealth country, it would be all over our news. So why is it not reported? It's not reported because the British government are still looting all the resources in Nigeria. Biafra, on its own, in any way you can think of, one of the richest countries on earth. But the UK can't let that happen. Because if the UK lets that happen, it has to start paying for the resources, of which all the oil that it gets now is given free. How can you put oil above thousands and thousands of people's lives, slaughtered on a daily basis? Catriona Lang, who works for this office, is fully aware of it. What's her response? Her response is to go on Twitter and start dancing with the Fulani terrorists who are committing these atrocities. How is that right? Ask yourself a question. How can we stay silent when this is happening? You can turn a blind eye. You can remain silent. You can do nothing at all. But don't ever turn around and say you didn't know what was going on, because you know exactly what's going on and you're doing nothing about it. It is absolutely shameful. Boris Johnson, what's he doing? He's doing nothing. Buhari is dead. Buhari died in London in February 2017.
That's right.
He died in London in 2017. So why do you still put this charade out that Buhari's coming to London? Buhari's coming for medical treatment. The man died in 2017.
Yes.
And when that comes out, seriously, the UK will look the biggest fools on earth. The death certificate's there. It's all written.
That's right.
There's proof he died in London. He's buried in Saudi Arabia. And yet you keep that quiet as well. How can you keep quiet that a president of a country died 4 years ago and you're still portraying him coming here for hospital treatment? Is that not a farce?
Cover up.
It's a total cover-up. A total corrupt cover-up by a totally corrupt government. But when Biafra comes, then we will see who laughs. Because it won't be the UK. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Yes, this is a message that I will keep sending, and I will not stop sending this message out to the world to listen to, because our leader has been incarcerated. He's been there and nobody is saying anything. On the 8th of this month, he goes to court. We are watching, 8th of April, he goes to court. This month ends today. So by next week, we're probably looking up to hearing another story from them, because that's what they're good at. But the truth is that this is a bone in their throat. This is like a fish bone that they have swallowed. And until they get, if they don't get it out, it's going to stay there and keep them uncomfortable. So the choice is theirs. Our only talk is that we're talking about our freedom, and freedom is what we're going to get regardless of what they think, regardless of how they handle it. It does not matter to us. What matters to us is that we are going to get our freedom in the end. The end of all this journey that might look very convoluted, it might look very, only see our leaders say, they'll shake, there'll be convolution here and there. But we are IPOB, and when we say something, we mean what we are saying. We never give up until we get what we want. They have to give us what we
are
want.
not like other people.
Absolutely not.
Because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood. But they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special. Exceptionally special. The largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwuokike Abiama is with us. We did it because Chukwuokike Abiama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist. Because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu, and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Yes, that's exactly what we are. That's exactly who we are. We are IPOB. We don't give up, get what we want, then we'll leave you alone. So if you say you're going to hold our leader there, that's not going to change anything, because we are going to keep doing what we are doing. Yesterday, I listened to a clip, and Kakawasiya, that's what I call it. When they look at the people that have been conspiring against what we are doing, today they are all cursing themselves out and telling themselves who and what they are not doing and what they are doing wrong. And we are just there on the corner watching them and smiling, because I look at it and I smile and I say to them, Kowaswano, Kowanasari. Just be there exposing yourselves. Because when we're saying it, our leader, as soon as they incarcerated our leader, they all started coming out of their shelves. People who think that they know what to do, they start making calls right and there. They started with the radio. They want to take over Radio Biafra because the payment is this, that, XY, now. Buga. Buga Jaiva and Buga. The radio is still talking and will keep talking, and nothing will stop the radio from talking. They don't have the power to do it. Anything Basarani is under the guidance of Chukwuokike Abiama. We are surrounded by the cosmic light, and there's nothing anybody anybody out there can do to stop what we are doing. Believe it or not, we are going to be here, and there's nothing they can do to stop us.
Let my people go. No!
Announcement. There will be 3 days fasting and prayer from Monday the 4th to Wednesday the 6th of April 2022, the year of our Lord, for Ipob/Biafrans worldwide. Ebenile Owasotoro. Term opening of the prison doors. The book of Acts, chapter 16, 25 to 26. Duration of fast. Category A, dry fasting for the 3 days. Category B, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Category C, according to your capability. We thank you, Chukwoki Kabiama, for having resolved to restore Biafra in our own time, using your servant Mazi Iyke. This message was compiled by Evangelist Uzako Agnes Nwokike, Pastor Frederick Clement Wahia, Archbishop David Benedict, signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of Ipob Religious Affairs Committee. Pharaoh Apondim Kahala.
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra. Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Iyke. All right, I have a few more minutes to go, so I'll oblige a few more calls, 1 or 2 calls, and we call it a day. What I want you to remember is that today is a very special day. Like I started with the program, I should tell you that today, on 1968, was the day Biafrans achieved their biggest, how would I feel it, victory during the war, the destruction of a 2nd Marine Brigade led by Murtala Mohammed. They had their Waterloo on that day. Honestly, it was interesting. I wasn't there presently to see it, but I saw it a few days after. We all went there to see. It was my division, the 11th Division, commanded by Brigadier Ahmadi, handsome-looking officer, and we all served under him. So today, the 31st of March, that was the day that it happened. It happened. They were they are trying to get into Onitsha, and they met their Waterloo. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a plaything at the time. It was great. All right, caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on WhatsApp, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon, sir.
There we go.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi. Yeah, my name is Paul, calling from Gabon, Mazi. Good afternoon, all Biafrans around the world, especially the Biafrans in Libreville, in Gabon. I have an announcement to make this afternoon. Today is Thursday, the last Thursday of the month. The Ipob Zonal Promo Gabon are having meeting today, and today is a special day because we have meetings to discuss and to change today. So if you are a member of Promo Gabon, you must will be there today, because today our coordinator said that everybody must be there today. So if you are listening to me, you are in a member of IPOB Zona Promo Gabon, you must be there this afternoon. When you are coming, you know what to do. You know that we have Eastern Security Network, we have been supporting, and our dues too. So try to be there and contribute your own. And IPOB around the world, especially those who are in Europe, you people are doing us proud, and I'm congratulating you people. So those in America must rise up too, because our agitation must rise up, because you can see that April we are talking about is around the corner. Because when we are talking about April, is like April is 2 years coming, is around the corner. Because our leader Mazi Iyke must be released. The zoo doesn't have anything to do with our leader, because of our leader need us to be free. That's the main point. And Mazi, I don't have much to say. All I have to say this afternoon is that IPOB must rise up to their to rise up, because we are doing what we know to do. Biafra must be restored. Yes. Despite of what those politicians have been doing around, but they will be tired. I know, because this generation must restore our nation, Biafra.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you for the opportunity you give to me. Mazi, thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I have another call. Let me take this one before I go. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling. It's very noisy where you are. We can't take this call. You have to get away from there, otherwise I'm going to take your call away. There's so much noise in the background. You don't call Radio Biafra where there is noise. Go out there, take your phone somewhere else and make your call. I can hear somebody shouting. I don't know if you're in the front of a mosque because it sounds like that's crazy. We don't want anything like that. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The number here is 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. All right, like I said, I started this program today by bringing in one of our leaders' atonement message that he had, and it was very scary. It wasn't my time to come in, but I had to come in because I wanted to lay emphasis to remind people of that, because everything that he said in that thing, this atonement, that's exactly what we're going through today. It doesn't change, and it's not going to change. Because people have said things, but I want a chinti. That is why most of the time it becomes very pertinent and very nice for us to repeat a lot of these things that we say. And let me see, this caller is coming back. I hope he's staying in a better position now without getting back. Hello? Why are you doing that? Who are you? Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I speak to that I'm calling from Biafra land. My name is I'm looking for your book.
Hold on. There's a noise in your background. Are you in the church? Are you in the mosque? Why are they shouting and making noise at the background? We don't want.
I'm very sorry about
it. It is disturbing. I'm not. You don't have to be sorry about it. If you want to call Radio Biafra, you move away from noise. But when the noise comes, I'm still hearing that noise. See that? Maybe you are in a mosque or something. So go out somewhere and make your call. If you still have time to come in, you will come in. Let's see. I have another one coming in on the WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right. That line too also dropped. You know, somebody's calling Radio Biafra. You start to try to keep yourself in a very, at least as to reduce the noise as much as possible. But this one is shouting as if you are in a mosque. I was about the Balab. Radio Biafra. Okay, call us. We don't care what you want to say, but when the noise becomes unbearable, then it means you are not serious. You don't really want to tell yourself the truth. You're not doing the right thing. So what we are saying is, anytime you want to call, move away from noise as much as you can. So like I was saying before my thought was interrupted, I started this program this morning earlier than normal because I picked up a clip that our leader did in atonement in Malaysia, and it's just as pertinent today as it was when he made them, and nothing has changed. Eventually, the prophecies and the things that he was talking about all coming to light today, so that it wouldn't be that we're just making these things up. No, we are not. Our leader is a prophet of our time, and he's actually saying things the way they're supposed to be. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm here, Mazi Iyke Peters, and good afternoon to you from here, Mazi. Am I coming out well?
Loud and clear, sir. Go ahead. Good morning.
Thank you, Mazi Iyke Peters. Mazi, my name is Desmond, and I'm calling you from Italy. Mazi, I will not take much of your time. What I want to do is, having you said everything that we need to know, so, but I would just want to encourage our people for us to continue to support ESN as it is very, very important. Owing to what is happening in Nigeria, we know their target right from time. It is the land of Biafra, and all we can do is to defend the land of Biafra by supporting ESN Biafrans in diaspora. I encourage them to continue to support ESN through the right as approved by HODDOS. And for Biafrans in Italy, we have these numbers from IPOB National Body of Italy, signed by the National Coordinator, IPOB Italy. And it's for Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom in Italy to call and support ESN. I will say the first number is +39 35100 46055. I will repeat, +39 35100 055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. And the second number is +39 371 3044902. And I will repeat, +39 371 3044902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them you call, you will be directed on how to support ESN. Thank you very much, Mazi Iyke Peters, and Chukwuemeka will continue to strengthen you, and Biafrans must remain resolute and follow the instructions of HODDOS. I believe by the grace of Chukwuemeka we shall be victorious, and our leader will be released unconditionally, and Biafra will be restored. Thank you, Mazi Iyke Peters, and God bless you from here.
God bless you. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Like I said before, I started with the information about what happened during in the biblical, in the Old Testament, that the children of Israel, what they went through. It's just a replica, just a preamble of exactly the thing that we're going through today. But you know something, Chukwuemeka, according to our leader, has already forgiven us. So we are on our way home, whether they like it or not. Every other thing that we are seeing now is like a preparation for homecoming. We are going to go to Biafra land. We've asked them for referendum. We've spoken about it. Nobody wants it. We've asked for restructure. Nobody wants it. Referendum, nobody wants it. They keep on thinking that Britain thinks that they have the supernatural power to keep us where we are. It's only temporal. We know that, and they know it, because they are losing grips. Yeah, Putin is not going to back down. There's no doubt about it. All I just need him to do is stretch your hands to African countries that are under stress from these Europeans, because that's what they do. What they do is that they try as much as possible to keep us under bondage for life, but it's not going to happen. I have a call. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the private line.
Okay, I didn't want to call. I just wanted to confirm this number. Send me your chooses numbers on this line now. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. Like I said, Putin, you have a way out. The way out is African countries. Biafra is one. Ambazonia is another one. They need to recognize them, give them the power to be on their own, and these people will leave you alone. At least if you start with Biafra, Britain is going to collapse. That's no doubt about it, because this is where they steal all the money. That's why they don't want to let us go. That is why they would side with the Fulanese, whom they know They can manipulate them. The Fulani man doesn't really care. All he needs about is sell his nama, romance his nama, his cow, sleep with the cow, and that's all they do. Slaughter the cow in the morning, sell the meat to people that eat meat. They don't eat their own meat. That's to tell you how wicked they are. And then the British people takes it as an advantage, take care of them, allowed them to rule. They went to Kenya, they organized with hoodlums, not even with the government of Kenya, to kidnap our leader in their another man's land and render it and bring him back to the country where he does not carry their passport. Our leader had renounced Nigeria a long time ago. He's a British citizen carrying a British passport. He went into Kenya as a British person, and technically he's still in Kenya because they smuggled him out of Kenya. And the British government is keeping quiet. They are not saying anything. They think that the world is so stupid. Putin, please, I beg you, put an end to this nonsense. I don't care what they say. Ukraine, Putin, all of you are the same people over there. But what I'm trying to say is, don't keep quiet over this evil that these Europeans are causing this evil in Africa. They are the ones that are creating this problem. Honestly speaking, they are the ones. I know wherever they are, when they hear things like this, they panic. Because if you get up today and recognize Biafra as a state, as a country of its own, now they're going to get away from our land. We're not going to fight them to get away, but we're going to make sure that if they pick up a piece of stick here, they will pay for it. It will become independent. The day Biafra survives is the day that Africa is free. But right now, they are not. They are all talking about you and Ukraine. But they are not pointing at their own evil. They are pointing at the straight hand to you that this is what you're doing to Ukraine. He's not good. Anywhere you go today, people are saying raise money for Ukraine. They are killing children. They are bastardizing people. They are committing genocide. Of course, we know that. But the truth is, where did it start? The British people have been committing genocide in Africa for God knows how. Biafra especially. During the war, they starved children to death. You saw, for those of you who were old enough then, go back to archives. Go back there and see. You see children with pot belly. These children did nothing to them. These children were just children, innocent children that were growing up. They all had pot bellies and nobody said anything. I remember what one of the princesses from France, when he traveled to Nigeria and then got a child that wanted to escape, and the child died when the flight got there. These children had pot bellies. That was genocide. People were being slaughtered, killed in churches, in marketplaces, and nobody said anything. Today, all of them are pointing their hand at Putin. Oh, he's committing genocide. When did you taught him how to do that? You are the one that teach him how to be genocidal. He didn't just wake up and become what he is. No, you taught him. You showed him how to do it. So Putin, for God's sake, they are pointing at you one finger, but do you know something? The other four fingers are pointing at them that are pointing at you. Biafra is our hope. Biafra is our freedom. Biafra, when you recognize Biafra, Africa is going to be free. They call it the world order. They don't want to disrupt the world order. The world order does not make any sense anymore because there are people, when they created this so-called world order, they were doing it for their own selfish end. They were not doing it for the people. Otherwise, the nation that they created would not be what it is today if they were doing the right thing. No, they are not. All they are thinking about is themselves, their selfish self. That's exactly what they are thinking about. So please, Putin, recognize Biafra. Give us our freedom. Let us be free for once. That's what we are saying. I don't care what you're doing over there in Ukraine, because they taught you what you're doing. If they did not commit these genocides, you will not know that there's something called genocide. If at all that is what you're doing. Because I don't even trust the press. They go there, they bring us news that's polluted. The news that favors them, we don't know. There is no other way we can know. So what we are asking is nothing but freedom. Give us the freedom. Recognize our struggle. Recognize our struggle for freedom. That's what we are asking for. We're not trying to take what doesn't belong to us. We're not trying to take what is not ours. What we need is our own freedom, and freedom is what we are going to get. Give us the freedom that we ask for, and the world will be at peace. What they are trying to point at you, that you're doing this, you're doing that, you're committing genocide, they taught you how to do it, because that is exactly what they have been doing in Africa. They keep on doing it. Amazonians are there looking for their freedom from France. Give them their freedom. Allow us to manage our life, our resources, manage our life the way we want, the way God has made us. You don't come here and create artificial boundaries that don't exist. God created this Africa the way it is and gave them their natural boundaries. You came from nowhere, from the Sahel. You came here, you want to destroy us, but God will not let you do that. We are clamoring and we are still talking about our freedom, and freedom is exactly what we are going to get. With this, all the lines have been shut down. We are not taking any more calls because our time is up. But I need you to stay tuned because Mazi Iyke USA 1 is next. He's going to be there. I know he's ready now to come on air for you and for me. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We say goodbye again to you today, but tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be together by His grace. From here, it's goodbye.
In Biafra lies our religion, the last hope we have is in Biafran restoration.
We have not started. Thank you very much. I will be in Israel to announce it. And then we will start our fasting and prayers from there. Thank you very, very much. They wanted clarification. I don't know why our people sometimes do not pay attention, they do not listen. I don't understand the reason why. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? Give us your name and where you're calling from, please. The caller on the line, can you hear me for the last time? Can you hear me? No. He is listening via his system. Perhaps he is joining us for the very first time and do not understand that once your call is taken, then you begin to speak. That was the reason why I had my secretary try to do not call again. If I accept your call and you do not speak immediately, then I will no longer take your call. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, my leader from here. My name is Pastor Jack, and I'm calling from Lagos.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. I want to first of all appreciate you for your enormous work, and the Chukwu Kerema will continue to keep you until you lead us into Biafra. So my question this morning is, sir, also the Fulani administration in Imo State is becoming, in fact, it's not only becoming, it has become a problem to us. They are profiling our people and abducting our people. Is there not anything we are going to do to actually tell this Janjaweed slave that Imo State is Biafra land and we cannot run away from him, rather he will run away from us? And secondly, I want our people to continue to support ESN to get them more equipped, because
we don't beg anybody to support ESN. If you don't support them, Fulani will take over your land. Why are you begging? Why am I begging anybody to support? Why should you beg anybody to support? Is this some kind of charity that we are? No, don't support ESN now, and Fulani will take over your village. As simple as that. It's not a question of begging. And why should you beg anybody to defend his father's compound? Don't beg anybody, please. Regarding the idiots, the Fulani imposed administrator of Imo State, that very fool, that original 419er. That same person that George Obiozo took to Fulani Janjaweed to make him the governor of Imo State from number 4 to number 1. Very soon he will know that Imo belongs to Biafra, not to him. He will understand that. No, he will understand it very clearly. Now they are abducting. Vanguard won't write about it. No Zoo newspaper. BBC cannot go to investigate. No, because they are working for new colonialists. They understand what Biafra portends for the freedom of black people, not just in Africa, but the whole world. They know it.
And they are fighting tooth and nail to try to stop this unstoppable movement. Hope of them will pay very dearly. I am telling them now, they will pretend they have not heard anything. Any day will respond. You see every manner of idiot who rise up to speak. Now they are profiling and abducting people at all the entry points into Owerri. Nobody will say anything. That is the thing about black people, and that is why they are the lowest of the low in the whole world, because of their evil nature. When they see evil happening, they keep quiet. That was how slavery was sustained for centuries, until England, of all people, said no to it by abolishing slavery. In fact, even some black people were upset that slavery was abolished. We have the mentality of such people still with us till this very day. Hope of them will pay very dearly. I'm saying it live. This Dan, do not call. Once we call you and you don't pick your call, that is the end of you. That is the end of you. You can no longer call. You can no, I said no WhatsApp call. It's only on Signal. No WhatsApp call, please. Only on Signal. You can only call on Signal. No WhatsApp call, only on Signal. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir. My name is Wisdom and I am calling from Umuahia.
Wisdom from Umuahia, please go ahead. What is your question?
I just want to thank you for the good work you are doing and what you have been doing for us. May Chukwu Kikabiama bless you and continue to bless you. What you went to do the time you went to Abuja to negotiate for.
To negotiate for what?
All right, you went to for restructuring so that the seaport will be opened in all these our coastal region. But our brothers, they don't understand this. They are deeply so. Even today, they increased the fuel, the price of fuel to 212 naira. We are really suffering in this country, and they don't know that we are suffering.
People don't know they are suffering because they prefer to live in denial and stupidity. Sometimes you stop blaming those in Abuja, you stop blaming the Fulani Janjaweed, and we start to blame ourselves. How did we get to this position? That is exactly the reason why I was admonishing Vanguard newspaper and all the journalists in the zoo. They are part and parcel of they do not enlighten and educate the people as to their rights and their privileges they should be enjoying as citizens of any country, anywhere in the world. They have failed very woefully, and that is why people are suffering. The same fuel that was at 86 naira, and the Fulani Janjaweed said Jonathan must go. It is 86 naira, it's too high. I will bring it down to 40 today. As you're saying, it is at 200 something, 212 or thereabout. And then people are walking about as if nothing is wrong. That is the brain of a black person. That's what we're seeking to correct. That is the reason why black people are the lowest of the low. They are poor. They see something and they fail to act upon it immediately. This type of nonsense cannot happen in any white man's country. It's not possible. It can never. People will come out and protest. But in the zoo, they cannot protest. When they come out, the time we join their end side, they said, oh, Ipob has come to hijack. And we said we will not participate in the second one. Look, the second one only lasted for 45 minutes. And they ran them up. Because they don't have the mental toughness needed to propel a mass revolution. Only IPOB can. And they know it. I say it without apologies to them. Only IPOB can effect a revolution. No other group of people can. It's impossible. I'm not boasting, you know it's true. Go and try and see. That is why they are making every effort to try to subdue what we are doing by lying to everybody. Barefaced lies. And Vanguard was busy publishing such junk. Unbelievable. This person called Dan. I am going to block you. I took your call a while ago and you idiotically did not answer. The person on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are, if you may.
Good morning from here. Good afternoon from here. I'm calling from Malaysia. My name is Okafor Sadeve.
Okafor, go ahead. We are listening.
Yeah,
what's your question?
Yes, my leader.
I want to ask you one simple question. When are we start the killing of all these wicked politicians in Igbo lands? When are we start of killing them? Because once we chase them out, to get Biafra will be very easy for us. Them and their family members.
I think that a time and place will be appointed by Elohim, the God Almighty. It is not left to us. I think God is going to judge them. It is not up to me to judge, because I think the good book. Please go ahead.
Yeah, because I could remember that first time he went to London for treatment. He spent 3 months. Somebody that was coming out of the flight, Breeze was even carrying him. They were supporting him, and all of a sudden, we have a Buhari that have never even fallen sick again.
That tells you, they tell it is money. You know, we black people, we are very funny the way we reason. This UG, may God have mercy upon us. They say it's money, he has got money. And I'm saying that this little boy you have now in Asorok is younger than Bill Gates. He looks younger than Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world. He wants to live forever, to kill everybody else and live forever. Why can't he use that same money? George Soros, that broke the Bank of England. He was the man that bet against the pound leaving the ERM. That was in 1992, if I'm not mistaken. He broke the bank. He made £5 billion profit betting against the pound to leave the ERM. He is one of the richest men in the world. He has more money than Nigeria put together. He will loan money to Nigeria. Why is he not as young as Buhari, or avail himself of the same treatment that made Buhari to look so young? I don't know what is wrong with the brain of this UG. Black people, I don't know what is wrong with our brain that we cannot reason properly. Buhari is dead. Buhari is dead.
Actually, Nigerians, we have a lot of learned illiterates in Nigeria. They are all learned, but they are illiterates. I'm sorry to say it, as if they have never seen the 4 walls of a school before.
Very, very sad indeed. But it's not just that. Can you let me ask you, or let us ponder this very conundrum? Do you know Japan that is doing very well? You see Japan that is doing very, very well today.
Yes.
Most of the Japanese scientists read and studied in America. They went back to Japan. They replicated what they learned in America. And other Southeast Asian countries imitated what Japan did, and today they are all growing and doing very, very well. Now, you hear our people tell you, oh, I went to Yale, I went to Harvard, I went to Cambridge, I went to Oxford. But your mates that went to the same school as you did, look at their countries. But look at the zoo, where you claim you're learned. As you said, what we have are learned illiterates. Illiterates, yeah, honestly. I met somebody from Liberia in London many years ago, in England, many years ago. We were in a restaurant in the evening eating, myself and my friends. And he came there and we were all introducing ourselves. And he said to us, I remember very vividly, he said, very clearly, I should say, anytime I meet any black person and you introduce yourself as a professor, I will slap you regardless of where you are. And I asked him why. He said he doesn't care if he goes to jail. He said anybody in this place now we are eating, if you say if you're a black person and you say you're a professor, I will come and I will slap you. And I asked him why. He said that we blacks have not grown to the stage of having a professor, because those we had in the past were all useless. They did nothing. Exactly. You studied, look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo did engineering. But ask Obasanjo now to build one bridge linking his farm to the next village. He cannot build it. He's an engineer in the military, eating money and serving neo-colonial interests. Very, very sad indeed. Thank you very much for your insightful call. Thank you very, very much, our dear brother. From Germany, our lines are open. A lot of people are sending in their requests, and we are accepting them. Once I accept your request, now you can call. If I accept your request, now you can place a call, please. Our lines are up. Too many calls are coming in as always and jamming up the lines. We only have one line today with which to work with, and then you are free to try and call us. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I can hear you very well. Please, your name and where you are.
I'm calling from Manchester.
From Manchester in England. Please go ahead.
United Kingdom. Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to bless you for what you are doing for our people. We are very grateful. You are the reason now that the Igbo man can be able to speak. And at this moment, I just want to ask you this question. Since these people have been adopting our people, mostly our young men in Igbo land, what are you going to do to stop these people from adopting them? Because when the war comes, we will not have our young men with us anymore, because they must have been adopted secretly by this Nigerian military. And another thing I want to tell you is that you should never be discouraged. We know how hard it is to fight for a black man. I want to assure you that the same thing that is happening to you now happened to Moses when he was trying to take the children of Israel out of Egypt. Some people refused to go with him. Some people refused. Some said they prefer to stay back. So definitely what the governors are doing, and those who are benefiting from the corruption of Nigerian government, so they are the ones who don't want us to have our freedom. Yesterday I was lucky to I met a man where I work, an elderly man about 90 years. I asked him about the Biafran war. He told me everything about it. So I told him that, do you know that there's our youth now, they are fighting back, they are agitating back for our freedom. He said, yes, we should never give up, that we should continue, that definitely we will have Biafra. That he told me that during the war, why we lost the war was because of the starvation, because of the hunger the Nigerian government imposed on Biafrans. And he also told me that if we have held on, that we would have won the war. Then he also told me that if we eventually become a free nation, that we will enjoy. I'm telling you the truth. I just told my husband about this. I work in the hospital. So after speaking to him, I have a bit of relief, knowing that surely Biafra will come.
Is that person a white man or a black man, this 90-year-old you spoke to? White or black?
He's a black man. He's a black man.
Is he a Biafran or a West Indian or from where? Where is he from?
He's from Abia State. He told me the story.
He's 90 years old. What is he still doing in England? 90 years.
His family is here. He's living with his family.
Okay. That is an example of what will happen to all of us if Biafra doesn't come. At the age of 90, when you should be in the village blessing the young generation, they'll bring you hot drink and you bless them, you will be abroad wearing blankets because it's very cold. That is what we are fighting. So he knows what he's talking about. We are going to make it possible for such people to come back to our land and bless our land. That's what we are fighting for. That was the reason why I asked you, how can a 90-year-old be in somebody else's land? Have you seen a 90-year-old white man anywhere in the zoo?
No.
Exactly.
Sir, and as well, our people has to reason. Like my very self, each time I remember that if we don't get this Biafra, our children will end up staying here. And if they continue to stay in abroad, definitely they are blacks. They will also treat them the way they are treating us now here. You can see what the royal family and Prince Harry's wife, what just came out of whatever they are doing. Even though we know that the press here is horrible, we know that then the secret of the asking about the color of the child and whatever they ask her. This is also what our children will go through in years to come. So please, we are really hungry for this freedom. We are really hungry so that my children can go home and live in my own. When I exist, they can live in Biafra land as Biafrans. And my children, I've started telling them everything about Biafra. I've told them the little they know you, and they are happy. They are willing to go home as soon as Biafra comes. So, Mazi, I am so grateful. Today, I am blessed to have spoken to a chosen one. You are indeed a chosen one. God has blessed you. You are uniting all Biafrans everywhere. I saw a Bini, a Do or a Godo man. I spoke to him. He said, yes, he believes in Biafra and he's one of us. So our people are now reasoning. They are trying to come in terms that they are all Biafrans. In fact, may God bless you. May God bless you. I am willing, whenever the time comes, I am willing to go home. I will keep my children here. I will go home and fight for Biafra. If I cannot handle the gun, I will volunteer myself to treat, or I will volunteer to be a cook for those who will handle the gun for them.
Thank you very much.
It's a promise I'm making.
I know,
Thank you.
I welcome it. I welcome it. Thank you very, very much. I enjoyed your call, to be honest with you. Thank you very, very much, our dear sister. Thank you so much. We are live and we are direct. As I said before, our job is to present all these efulefus, all these criminal conspirators before Elohim in heaven. Then only him can judge them. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good morning from India.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Go ahead.
Mazi, my name is Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from Greater Noida, India. First of all, I want to say thank you for all you've been doing for us, for fighting so hard. And I happen to be a principal officer. So what I want to ask this morning is that, Mazi, when you started this program, I believe that it's quite tough. And I believe that if you can share a little bit about things that were driving you then, I believe that some principal officers that are lacking consistency in what we are doing today can be able to learn from there. As a principal officer, I understand to some extent how difficult it is to keep hold. So I don't know if you can be able to enlighten us from there that nobody believed in you, that you look like you are alone, that you're doing this. I want to understand what those things that are driving you so hard to be believing in Biafra and hoping that this is going to get to this height. And at the end of the day, it's going to be something that the whole world will love to participate in. And secondly, I want to make an announcement, Mazi. Biafrans here in India, we would love to have you speak to us in India. Because I understand that a lot of people, Biafrans here, are much interested in what we are doing. Even those that are not, they claim they are not Biafrans, they claim that they don't want to belong to IPOB. Today, I have the opportunity to speak up to a lot of them, and they are really turning to listen to what we're saying. So it's going to be a great one for you to be able to rise their spirit, and not only here in India, but across Asia. They really want to hear you speak to us, and as well, I want to tell you that here we have people, the way they behave and the way people other parts of the world behave is different. Here we have what I call the doubt issue. So even till now, some of them might not really understand. They might not really understand that whatever they put is going to IPOB directly. So for us to clear all that, I would love you to speak to Biafrans here in India, and also retrade that to other parts of Asia. That's my question and my contribution this morning. Thank you so much, Mazi, for giving me this time.
Thank you very much. And I will answer your question. The very first question you asked. I would say that you asked me to explain to fellow principal officers what motivates, what drives the level of consistency is the promise of Elohim. I will take you back to what David Ben-Gurion said, the very first Prime Minister of Israel. What he said when they asked him at the floor of the United Nations what propels him to create, or should I say, to facilitate the coming of the state of Israel. He said it is the promise of God in the Holy Book. You call it the Bible, we call it the Torah. That was what David Ben-Gurion, they asked him, why are you doing what you're doing? He said it is because he is standing on the promise of the Almighty Creator of the universe, that Israel must come. And on the same, should I say, pronouncement, I anchor my very firm belief in the coming of Biafra. I told you before that I read a book, or should I say a pamphlet, 1985 Ajoko lecture, delivered by Professor Donatusi Benwoga. I was traveling from Umuahia to Owerri. I was in a highest bus, and I was reading that very pamphlet. I'm not going to tell you how, of course, you can work out how old I was in 1985. I think I then barely turned between 17 and 18 years of age. I read that very pamphlet, and it had a very profound effect on me. In that very lecture that Professor Donatusi Benwoga delivered, in that man, in one paragraph, summarized what was happening to us as a people, because every 1 kilometer was a checkpoint. Extortion, harassment, intimidation, and from childhood, I never wanted anybody to be maltreated. I hate it. I hate injustice from childhood. And what we are doing today, what I'm doing today, is a manifestation of that very orientation that I had. You know, in my house, we used to have a lot of helpers, you know, either people from my mother's side or people from my father's side that will come to help, you know, as house help, you know, help, all the rest of it. I had one. His name is Igwatch, and I'm sure he's listening to this very day. His name is Emmanuel. Roughly about the same age as me, he came from my mother's side to help us in our house. We had a very huge household, so to help with the chores. We went to fetch water together. We ate from the same pot. We wear the same clothes. Sometimes we exchange clothes. During holiday time, I would go to his house for holidays. He was not serving me. I wasn't serving him, because I did not believe that another person's child should come to serve another person's child. I don't believe in that. Even at that very small early age, I believed in the equality of all men and women before God Almighty in heaven. I hated injustice. I read a lot of books. At the age of 12, I read George Orwell's Animal Farm, where some animals were bigger or greater than the others. I hated it. And at the age of 12 years old, I despised communism and socialism. At the age of 12, can you believe that? At the age of 12, I hated communism. Of course, I was at Government College Umuahia, where we were encouraged to read. And we read George Orwell's Animal Farm in class 2. Now, I want to tell you that you must have it in you to love your people. It is not something you are taught to do. You must have it inside you to love and to serve your people. If you are living in India, and India is doing very well, people are living in Malaysia, living across the whole of Southeast Asia, and that those countries are doing very well. If you want to live there without replicating those things back home that is making you to enjoy life in those places, that means you're an evil person you shouldn't serve. Allow me to repeat. If you travel to America, you travel to Europe, you see skyscrapers, you see wonderful roads, you see beautiful bridges and beautiful houses, you fail to bring it back, or you fail to think, how can I take these things back to Izombe? That means you are not cut out to serve your people. Because as a servant of your people, anywhere you see something good, you want to bring it back to your own people. Therefore, those who are called into service are those who are naturally made and built for this very calling. But it is very, very, I understand what you're saying, it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very hard. Our people can be very, very frustrating. Do not look at people. Look at the end goal. Always focus on the objective: freedom, freedom, freedom for everybody. When Biafra does come, of course it's going to come. When it does come, eventually, let me tell you how I console myself sometimes. Look at the way we revere, we love, and we venerate Ujubu. And he did not get us Biafra. Look at the way we love and venerate Timothy Onwatuegwu. and all those that fought. Imagine the love we have for Colonel Achuzie and all the rest of them. The love we have for Nwobosi and all the rest of them. Remember the love we have for the lives of Madiebo and all the rest of them. Did they get Biafra for us? The answer is no. Now imagine what will happen to your name when Biafra comes. Forever, you see the way that the Bible till today, have you forgotten about Moses, Joshua, Caleb? Have you forgotten them? You have not. These are people that fought and released Israel, the children of God, to inhabit the land that God gave to them. Till today, remember them. Let me tell you the truth, honestly, before heaven and this earth. Anybody who is part of this very movement, from the highest to the lowest, there will be a time when your grandchildren will go to school, or your great-great-grandchildren will go to, they will ask them, was your mom or dad part of IPOB? That will be all you will require in life to succeed. In other words, if you are serving IPOB, if you are in IPOB, you are preparing yourselves for immortality. This flesh may die, but your name will live forever and ever. Because we appreciate. Let me tell you, there is something our people don't know. Despite our stubbornness, our high-headedness, our sometimes very difficult way of understanding each other or doing things, our people are very, very appreciative of those that serve them in truth and in every honesty. That is who we are. Our people never.
Abegona, our people, you get the thing will happen. Or the news will not they hear. You know, say when we say now waiting they happen, we they tell on for una we know the thing we they talk for you both for the week. We go come put them for now waiting they happen. Make you sabi am. Make you sabi the thing where they happen. But nevertheless, you can that way you don't begin to go softly. Nevertheless. You know, before nothing we can say nevertheless. Nevertheless, otu awụla n'osi laga aga na-ezisa oziọma. Aga na-ezisere unu oziọma na wetin dey happen oziọma ọ bụ onye ka anyị ga-eso Biafra ka anyị ga-eso ọ bụ onye ka anyị ga-eso onye ndu ka anyị ga-eso oziọma.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of Nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of Nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
Una get the message, Abi una get it. Not be joke with the joke here. With the tell on them. the thing wey we go do so that our body go good for body and the soul mkpụrụ obi. So it go good. When we dey talk am, we dey expect say una dey hear. I go go back to that one as we dey go on. As we dey go on, and we go look at that one. Look at our people. Look at our people. Make we the talk. As we the talk, Onyendu case go come for the 8th. Onyendu go come. And for that 8th too, we go hold a rally for Brussels, Belgium, Brussels. The rally make the United Nations for Brussels see the condition of our leader, for Onyendu. Where they be prisoner of conscience, if I believe now we there for jail, where not do anything. You know, commit any crime. The one reason, only one reason say it be Biafran where they fight for freedom. The time say you will be Nnamdi, you will be Biafra. What makes say you be miscreant to go to fight for your freedom of your people? Your people will be slave. Now what make you think say you go fight for them? Yeah, where your people would they bribe them, put money for them pocket to them go shut up now you go come talk. The thing where they vex us we say we don't give you money, you say you don't want that. We give you Dubai, you don't want that. We give you black gold, you don't want that. What do you want? They might tell you say, no my people, freedom. Now where I want. Why they go ask and say what you want? He don't tell you. But then I don't want. So. For Brussels, April 8th of April, where they tried, then go to hold a protest. United Nations office for Belgium, but I not go call the name. But boy, make you no laugh me laugh. Atelier de la Loy 155 or 1000 Brussels. Also. Forget yeah, but chef one can him out that at the 8th. I gave a rally now Belgium. Yeah, 155 to 1000 lawyer. Unu binga no na sabi the thing where they talk. Achikolamochu, no make you no laugh me because I call them the way I see them. Another one be say they go be fundraising for our ESM people. Fundraising. On there na don't when I don't see all the katakata way they do fundraising, everybody every corner fundraising. How the keba na abegu ndi ka no na agu hana kokokoma ndi ka no na agu kana ko adjust ndi ka no nga hana ko dumodu ndi ka na which one una dey which one una be the real fundraising wey they ndi alawa agara okahanjo put money like saying you dey put tithe for church where the money they go now you know sabi do you tell and say all this nonsense and I go stop it? And then they take the ESN name, they come to make the money come out from una pocket. And una way they say una they support, it make karuno. Because it will say karuno be say una they come with your honesty say you go help ESN, but the people where they make the arrangement and they Yahoo. Somebody say no sabi the way Yahoo bio. Now you sabi how to bring come bomb people. You sabi how to call Fulani people to come make roga. But you know sabi the thing will be Yahoo. You know sabi. So now the kind of people we say they put the money for ESN, where the money go? Snake swallow am. Eke Lorea. Ngono nyena ya account Oshikwa Oshimri ga River Niger. Yes, you River Niger ga Mili Lopanta. Yes, it Mili Lopanta ga Imo River. Then we can only River load the thing. But the thing when I'm Bolori Haho Eke Miala. Eka Ribanimo River may vanish, may capiam. But ekele diri Chineke, ngozi diri ndị kwere na nsọ. Enwere ndị IPOB, enwere ndị kwere na ESN, ndị nwere dị behind our leader onye ndu. Ndị Uroko ekweghịkwa na anaghị pushigharị around. Ha no big them. Push them around to say, ọ bụ onye ka anyị ga-eso Nnamdi Kanu. Na him make that ESN, na him unveil am. Say were no savior no lekwa ya unu were. And na our it now our job to make sure say ESN to chop belly full. It is now our job to make sure say ESN get the thing where they want to protect us. I go tell on why. Because these people ihe ha na-eme na tomojo. Ihe ha na-eme na tomojo. Ichetara do you remember the music where they play na? Where they play for? Anyway, ka emecho ka ESN me metro no me chetara unu. April the 9th 2022 go be fundraising for our ESN. Now Austria people they make the fundraising for ESN. Now Austria they make up for Europe. The Europe agbala ha kwara. So they don't get taproot. And this one you go know who they give the money, you don't know where the money they go. The guest go be Mazi Iyke. That be the deputy HOD. And you get Mazi Abanyem, the European rep, and Madam Neneanya, head of finance. The chief host not be more Kanana when I will host or will ghost. The chief host national coordinator Mazi Nnamdi the chief launcher Roland Wabeze Okwara. Then the moderator na-eme ikwu ka ya sige enyi tinye tụbọkwa na ego n'ihe ahụ. Ka wo the moderator ya bụ ekwupụta gị na enyi obodo nanu 1000 nanu 2000 nanu 2000 3000 4000 ngwano na kedikora and now waiting there. So the launcher and the moderator Chidi Chineke, no wonder. And Mazi Iyke ngwano the indigenous people of Biafra, Austria, the IBAN number na 8053 2011 1825 5414 5200 that be as your mommy here. So I call full stop nga. I call full stop. I call a full stop. Stop well. I will quit buke. So we here. I want an alcohol. So we here now good. Emechakwa ya I gana ganiru. Now waiting the app line with the program.
Let my people go.
Announcement. There will be 3 days fasting and prayer from Monday the 4th to Wednesday the 6th of April 2022, the year of our Lord, for Ipob/Biafrans worldwide. Ebenile Owasotoro. Term opening of the prison doors. The book of Acts, chapter 16, 25 to 26. Duration of fast. Category A, dry fasting for the 3 days. Category B, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Category C, according to your capability. We thank you, Chukwoki Kabiama, for having resolved to restore Biafra in our own time, using your servant Mazi Kanu. This message was compiled by Evangelist Osako Agnes Wokike, Pastor Frederick Clement Wohia, Archbishop David Benedict, signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of Ipob Religious Affairs Committee. Pharaoh Hapundim Kahala.
That music is the sweet. I'm a major for na air. They been music. So in their name music, I'm gonna take time before I put me for trouble. Yeah. Especially if you want to have your on a mobile, I think you have to man. And I don't say the thing they say the history. March 31, 1968. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to go look for the history. Even Alawagara, you know good. No good. Our people now waiting the happen. Mekona Tolo Bijo. Make everybody calm down. Onya ula joye takre. When people they one on a warning, when our leader they one on our leader they tell on us something, say this is not the way something be. This is not the way I want make on they think. Aka moji jishiranya kike, and the people will be the indine weta ejishia wombo. Oh kwano ngbahu ina wo ko kwano ge poa. Ema kwema na ihe na fofu. Kwema na ngbahu ko rilishia kwema no na fofu. But ema no na fofu. So he not be the thing I go tell you. The thing they pay. But the thing I go tell you the thing that means if the bomb no enter your brain, your head. ya dịka ebe a gbara gị nkume eji katapọtụ gbaa gị nkume. See how that one dey pain. Make it be send a bullet to come hit you for head. Usually like she run boy. These people they waka for na village, then they waka. Na bunu keba na abra anuchi. Then they shoot you now. Our leader tell us say then go come for now, one by one, leg by leg, hand by hand. It don't happen. It don't happen with the look and fanya. With the look and fanya. You see how everywhere quiet. You see? Where you there, you see how everywhere come quiet. These na people we just invade your village. Your governor bring them, they enter your village. They can do shit. They are not aligned. Poor woman, eto putisi ke gazura karabagi boy, bapia ganya. Bakwaya gono nala. Pamwenta pesinu la putako gari area kongwa baya bapu yafu. Dowe nala. You there for your compound. Then see how when they shoot everywhere. Even not the even Okoli, nothing they talk. Because they know say evil there. They are not here name a party. See how that place quiet when they shoot. Ask me, this not be the first time when they hear this kind of thing. It they happen. This now this week way they happen. But you not go hear them for news. You not go hear them. That one, not that one. So I go no chopment of nama and meat. Don't chop nama and meat. Because why? Then the poison can't give you the chop and the chopment of meat. Bigdo April 7. No more chopment of meat. People are for chopment of meat, because that chopment of meat now they bring us wahala.
ele anya na ị ga-afụ na ala ka anyị na-egwu na-elie anyị na-egwu ala mgbe evizitere m ya anyị na-egwu ala were na-elie ka hụ na anyị na-ekwu bụ eziokwu anyị nwa adịghị akpịrị ego anyị adịghị akpịrị anụ ha fi mebi ha ga-esi like this were nweta anyị but ha na-egbu oge because of Chukwuobioma nọnyere anyị ya ka anyị ji mee nge nweta the power were na-akwatusi ha so ọkụ nọrọ na-elele anya na-afụ that ihe anyị na-ekwu bụ eziokwu ebe gọvanọ anyị gbachiri nkịtị ndị esi ebe ahụ buru efi paasị ya bute ebe anyị wụsasịrị anyị gbesi ya ọgwụ na-achọ ka anyị rie ya nwụsịa anyị ama ebumnobi ya ọ chọrọ ka anyị rie ya nwụsịa nya ka ya na ozi n'obodo na-achị anyị ama ebumnobi ya ogide ebe oge budata ya wụrụ n'ala akata ụmụta nze okporo taa ka ha si awagharị taa ka mensi ji na-achụgharị ha ile anyị na-egwu ala na-eti ya ka ha madat na ya na-ezuzu ezu na ya wa ndị bitere ya ihe anyị kwuru ka anyị na-eme.
Ụmụta nze enyere unu anụ ka ụmụta unu ataghị ya kudos na so ya nwa mekwa na they behave ndị ori anụ they think so na get longer truth for the Nnama with the poison come put them everywhere. Before na day na so then they go enter your village say they don't miss three Nnama. The Biafrans don't thief three Nnama. They don't thief three Nnama. They don't thief three Nnama. You see, make I tell you something. You see, people wey say una no go sleep, they no go sleep too, because the plan wey they get for na im dey happen today. So the thing where they tell una today be say from long time Imo River we dey under operation. Our operation nke ga echo Nnama. Nke our operation mkpagide mkpagbu. Oppress. Our operation. Nke our operation. Now make we dey speak na wetin dey happen today so you go know the thing we dey talk. The thing we na miss now we dey talk. My people. Always we jikọta ndị mmadụ ọnụ we get on together to see the thing where they happen. Say our leader Mazi Nnamdi na one kambobo. But those people where they work against una every day we dey tell una the thing where make una close una eye for oyibo sake, make una mechela anya unu hụ ndị oyibo, make una look at them say na devil. Make the color of the skin no dey make una miss sleep. Because why inside that body nekwensu dey inside. They sabi una, they sabi me. Make I give una little untakrin te. Nte. Anything you tell una mara ihe unu na-eme. The time where they come carry everything where we get. Say na God na devil na evil, don't touch him, make you not touch him. This one na from us, na good one, make una take am. Ikwere believe or you no believe? I believe. I hope now they follow the thing where they talk. Our people. Unu na war God. Mbunu na war God. Ha bia hunu na hogo. A war God. Ha kwa kanishi Chineke this na bushmen. Ha jukwaru ni ihe menunu ji na war God. Una there for place where heat they plenty. So if heat plenty, you not go take a suit to put on for your body. But make una come see the magic America wonder. So they say una country, una not the wear cloth, una the wear God. Here na beauty. Here's a photo. Laga, they go change them. Today everybody they wear them. Some they call them tongue, some they call them car. I go tell on. Excuse me. I go tell you that the truth because if you they say you not go talk on the radio or that I go tell on that the thing where they happen. Mbembo, mubua, umuke na-eke akwa. Ndị ndị aka na-eke akwa ha, ụmụ nwoke aka na-eke akwa ha. Otu isi na-eke na-aga na road. As we dey talk. But now for us we know they do. And ụmụ nwoke won't they suffer here. Ụmụ nwoke won't they suffer because abịara ha bịa mee ọbante ụmụ nwoke. Abịara mee ọbante ụmụ nwoke. Itere ya chekọta gị na Tom Jack gị. Bịa mee gị damage ọ na-eme. Onye kpatara ụka ka. Then ha bịa tọgharịzi azụ gakwanụ gaa ugbu a ka ha bịara mara rụrụ ala ha rụ na nke ị na-ahụ ya sị gị na ọwụ jack shot ka ọ bụ gịnị ka a na-eti. Mee ufere na-efesa gị na-eme ụmụ nwoke anyị na-anọ ụmụ na ụmụ nwaanyị ha na-anọ ọdụ before ha na-anwụ. The same people unu na-akpụ isi ala nye mgbe mbụ akwụnụ mana ndị a na-ete nkwụ ha teche nkwụ ha rịda bụrụ nkwụ ha tere gbada n'ala bịa sị gị enyi nwụtụ lee ma ọ dị ụtọ but gị nwa mana ọ dị ụtọ. You know say the mmanya nkwụ na one kind a na-emeta na magic a na-akpọ ya ihu mmanya. You go bring and put na aṅụ gị na aṅụ lụcha ọgụ ntị anụ gị ihe. As the tapa onye nkwụ na-ebi ya n'alịda aṅụ na-achị ya how do you do? Aṅụ na-edefend mmanya ya fụkwa gị nwa na-edefend ala gị. Common aṅụ miscreant aṅụ dị miscreant na-edefend mmanya nkwụ isi ya soro gị rịda n'ala. You know say the aṅụ know say the thing na precious liquor. You know ya bịa sị gị enyi nwụtụ ga nweta na mmanya nke atọgbu onwe ya sị ngwa nke a nke my brother nke a nke papa gị ya nyetụ mama gị nke a kwanụ nke a ga-ebuga n'ahịa nke a ga-eji mee kekai. Ndị ọcha abịaghị asị gị na lie ime kata mee this kai again atụọ gị mkpọrọ na for your ground na for your papa na for your compound you make the kai. Onye si ebo si London abịa sị gị ime ya one more time atụọ gị mkpọrọ ya buru nke a na-akpọ Johnny Walker were dọwara gị na tebụl gbawai shinap dọwara gị na tebụl gbawai this na the right one. Nke gị ahụrụ illicit ji ndị ọgba ama ekpuru okpu ndị kọtema anụ isi nga a na-echika aka ha agba bossman I catch this man making kai ọ wee be sabotua bidoro apụrụ nwa poor man na ahụrụ chikwa kai before a white man can enter in papa compound gawo criminal. Onye suwa onye akpọrọ ibe ya onye iko only one for your own land. The thing come on to 60. They say these people will go kill on a finish. Christians, how we there now? Akoye jila Christianity buany. Where they vex me be say each and every one of us get Christian name. And they know And my brothers and my sisters were there for Bodo Ibo. And those who come there in the 50s and in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and the 70s, maybe 80s, they begin to change. You know, you sabi say the thing where they talk na true. Say, once you go for that passport office where say they go visa, now waiting they ask you, waiting be your Christian name. Because it's Joseph. I say, so I stamp. Okay? Go be a torge. Christian name. Like say the Muslims, now they go Obodo Ibo. Then they go. But they come pretend. How good pretender? They come pretend, say now only you, then they give you visa. And this go tell you, say then they lie. Make you hear this one. Okay? Make you hear this clip where I go play.
It was very powerful, and they said, well, we're supplying the Nigerian armed forces with 15% of their equipment. In Lagos, the British High Commissioner Sir David Hunt and his officials would say, oh no, we're supporting. They didn't say no. They said we're providing the bulk of the weaponry, and both were right. The British officials in Whitehall were right in the sense that it was 15% of the value. And the British High Commissioner in Lagos was right in the sense it was the bulk of the Nigerian Army's equipment.
In the flood of international misrepresentation of the situation in Nigeria and the machinations of the faceless enemies of Nigeria, Mr. Harold Wilson, Britain's Prime Minister, arrives in Lagos for an on-the-spot assessment of events in the country.
With the British election looming, Harold Wilson wanted a quick end to the war. In 1969, Britain increased five-fold its supply of weapons to Nigeria.
Okay, everybody on your feet up. Let's go. The mortar, come on. I'm a baby.
I was there near the end, and the whole place was falling apart. The fronts were crumbling. The Nigerians were moving forward. Biafra was becoming smaller and smaller. But the Biafrans, especially the officials and the people we dealt with and the people we knew by then, they were.
Then they kill us. March 31, 1968. Now, what thing they happen? They make us think. And when you think, that na Civil War 68, 69, and 70. I be not be so. This one na March 2022. I play them before. Make you hear them again. Now for na village. They don't neutralize the village. 2022 March. The other one now 1968, 69. Somebody they get up say be one Nigeria. You be one Nigeria, and it happen to you. You don't know when you go wrong. You don't know when you go wrong. People wey sabi the work of the Britain. African countries don't begin to wake up. They don't begin to wake up properly. They say you no go the life to us every day. We they believe you. You dey lie. Every day we they believe you. time don't reach where we go end up. So our people I don't open for the thing will happen for Ukraine. Where then they make us say you not be anything. You not be anything. So they go mistreat you. But now the same white person go come for your land. You go take land, show them. The program we na listen yesterday. You see, Owonyeziri Onyiro also as well. Owonye, na me na you. Now we go show them the road to the backyard, the shortcut. Now we go show them. You get the one where happened yesterday where somebody called, talk about the man where they go sell land to China people with Eze. Then go pay on to go begin look for stone. China people not tell you say then get stone. Or we bury them. We call chucha. Ekuro. Amagi. Una de take on a position. Everything we Chineke bless una with. Chukwu kikabi ma bless una with. Una don't spoil am. Una don't throw. Throw am say una de throw away the land where una de live. Una own compound. Una de take am give to China, give to Fulani. Now we una go live. Kaile wenanyi. We una go be like some of us wait there for diaspora. We no care for the thing where they happen. After all, we get free country where other people pay the price. Okama na nke emereme, okama na nke shirishi. Other countries don't leave us so. Other countries don't leave us. They don't leave us behind. Train don't leave us so. The train, it don't leave us. From the miscreant to third world, and the third world they become first world, with Nigeria still answering colonial name, Nigeria. And the people with them they call say them bad. Now the people with they say, yeah, this Putin word and they talk Putin. Western media. All of a sudden they go tell you say Ukraine they beat Russia. Propaganda. Now we people they believe. We go there. They look something for Anyanya. But nobody go do anything. They call us shithole. We go follow from palm tree. Why you go call me shithole? But to do the proper thing, you know go do. To show say you not be shithole. Onye do ndewo. Thank you for calling them intellectuals. Ndewo. Then them vex. Make una see how other countries they progress. So Nigeria, 260 million. No fit to make election. No fit to get the power electricity. No fit to do this. No fit to do that. No fit to refinery.
In a historic and surprising decision, the European Union has decided to give refugees from war the instant right to live within the bloc and freely travel. They also have the right to work. They even now have rights to housing and medical care. There is one catch. This only applies to Ukrainians. These rights are not being extended to refugees from Palestine, Yemen, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, Mali, the Central African Republic, or any of the other countries in which Western armed interventions provoked refugee crises. Seemingly no one would begrudge Ukrainian refugees their human rights, but many in France are wondering why they are getting treated totally differently from black, brown, and Muslim asylum seekers.
That na the one where I say una miss, and I go say am for broken, make una understand them. The asylum seekers, if you're from any place where they will be the Chineke, the masters, our masters. If you come from any place where then they put arm and ammunition to kill ona, they no go give una refugee. You hear the thing why I talk. I go talk am again. The EU, European Union, will not they go bank on, say European Union can't help you. Security Council can't help you. United Nations can't help you. Britain can't help you. America can't help you. Then they tell you, say, if you come from any of these countries, where will they call come help you? Go take them ammunition and ammunition, go put inside, make them kill you. They not go give you refugee. If you be Christian, we come from any place where they put the ammunition to come kill you, they not go give you refugee. But you be Christian. What be your Christian name? Ambrose. What be your Christian name? Christian. What be your Christian name? Peter and Philip and John the Baptist. Now them give the Fulani people gun to come the kill on. And do not hear them. This is not 2022. This is not 2 weeks ago. I've been last week now where you had that shooting. And for Mutanze, it still they go on. For Bawu, it still they go on. And they hear them for news, no. And they hear them for CNN, no. And they hear them for Radio Nigeria, no. Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, no. And Nigerian Lie, no. Even the personal radios, where you go stay here, they tell them the thing where they happen. I know you hear them. How you go hear them? The one way you go hear them from, you they listen to them. No. Mba, no. Mba. Okosiade. That one, Abi, suck you. Now, you see, why did they kill you? You where come from the place where then they give Fulani people gun to kill you. Pretend they give Fulani people gun to kill you. But you say they make one Nigeria. You still they make one Nigeria. The people will learn their lesson. We say never again. Come put together, say all this Western thing. I mean, what I don't pass Gario, we go begin the talk through to ourselves. As we they talk, some people for Nigeria, where they for government, still they lie to them people. See how then they present to the news between Russia and Ukraine. Now who they manipulate them? Na Britain. But in the money here, ehele lute ha fukata lute ha lapam. Make I ask you now. The Indian people where we they talk today have been Indian past Nigeria before. Mba. Never. Even Indian people they come for Nigeria. In the 60s, in the 50s, in the 40s, then there. We pass them. Today they don't pass us. Ebi name one Nigeria. The same India way they see they can't divide. We still they put Wolishi now they kill ourselves. Now the people where Sabi Road see the way that they go. Make on a listen.
Since you say you have listened to some of us speaking, you must have listened to us talking about a country called Libya, which from a country operating has been put into a very serious crisis. The Africans were there with a roadmap to solve the problem. They refused. They thought that the best thing is to bomb Libya out of this world. And they bombed it continuously, knowing very well that we don't agree. That is using their colonial position against those that they had colonized. And we now have ended up with that region totally undermined, and they are no longer there to solve the problems.
Well, one of the most important meetings on the international stage took place yesterday in Moscow, Russia, headed by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. And yet,
when I hear the first African way talk, right, you hear them. Now make you hear this one. Western media, the way they lie, well, now they listen to CNN and they believe. Make una hear this.
Against those that they had colonized. And we now have ended up with that region totally undermined, and they are no longer there to solve the problems.
Well, one of the most important meetings on the international stage took place yesterday in Moscow, Russia, headed by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. And yet, most of the world didn't pay attention to this. I didn't see headlines for this across mainstream media. You go and check CNN, even Fox, not there. What was this meeting? And why was it so important? Well, this was a meeting of the ambassadors of the BRICS nations. What are the BRICS nations? What is BRICS? The BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These are the 5 nations that are meeting together. Now, this group has been around for a long time. It's been around for years. But what they've always discussed is creating, essentially, a parallel economy, a parallel world order, an alternative world order, as The Economist is talking about it. A way to get around U.S. sanctions, a way to get around U.S. economic interests, U.S. economic systems that are dominated by the West and dominated by the U.S. dollar. This is all about the 5 nations of BRICS coming after King Dollar. They are tired of being pushed around. They are tired of being told what to do. And you got countries now like Brazil, which you think would ostensibly be a U.S. ally, India, which is now caught in the middle. They're no friend of China, of course, but they are close to Russia. And the United States has been pushing and pushing and pushing India, threatening sanctions, going after them, when India should be a huge partner with the United States against China. But of course, our leaders are idiots. And so now, not only did we drive Russia and China into each other's open arms, right? 2 countries that should, by rights, be natural competitors. We're now even driving India closer towards the axis, this alliance between Russia and China. Why do we do this? Why do we fall into these same patterns that have felled so many hegemons, so many others that held the world reserve currency before us? It wasn't always the US dollar that was the world reserve currency, right? Prior to that, it was the British pound. Prior to that, it was the Danes. It was Denmark that had the world reserve currency because of their trade empire. So understand, these sorts of things, these levels of prosperity that the American people have held in the era since the fall of the Soviet Union, and even prior to that, since the end of since the end of World War II, right? That isn't something that's going to last forever. That level of prosperity, the ability for us to spend ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper into debt. What
Abi, you catch it again. You see how they fight. They go from one corner to another corner. They go corner. And now so it affect you. Now so it affect you. but you no know say na the thing where they happen to you. Then go knock you down and then go tie you. Mgbe mmadụ tere ewu n'ụtụtụ ya. Mgbe mmadụ tere ewu n'ụtụtụ ya. Make una see the thing where they make ground shake, they make ground they move. 2023 election. Now for who? We never begin to talk to the people where say then they run. Now with the talk say we no one get anything to do with it. Because you now see how the world today. Una see say every country for this world they move forward. But now for only Nigeria. Where Yoruba they run. Then they run. Middle belt today, they run. And with the look. With the look. Now waiting with the look. Now the thing why no. We don't look, so our eye don't begin to pain us. Our eye don't begin to pain. Pain us properly. Make we come begin to settle for small. Make we make our leader happy. Make we make our leader know say when he give us something to hold, we go hold them properly. And when we hold them properly, you will not say we try. No matter the thing where they do, no matter how they do it, we no shake, we no run, we stand big them. We stand. And now so we could stand. Now so we could do it. If you no do it, name where be say negligent of duty. Negligent of duty. The thing where you're supposed to do, you not do. They call them negligent of duty. Our people. This now, when I talk this finish, una go listen to what people they talk. The game they go on, where they make election. The election way they do, I don't know who they go put there. Shehu Sani, he talked something today, they laugh. Say this morning, some schools in Abuja, have asked parents to keep their children at home pending the security situation. The monster hills has reached the center. That means say the fight don't reach Abuja. The fight you don't reach Abuja. This not be saying so then say or na so then talk. Na for Abuja, now they go Bakashiala train. Bakashia train. Buende mad. Buende mad. And we act like say we don't see him. A train. Now they reach Abuja, go take people hostage, kill them. Now him be the one Nigeria. Sani don't tell on us say they go replace the government with the bandits. They say don't away one say na the thing will go happen. And it happen. It happen. Africa don't begin to wake up. The one with the vex me now, the one where they hold the Biafra hostage. If Africa people sabi the thing where they happen, why they still no hold Nigeria? They fall and irresponsible. Tell them say make them leave Biafra go. Now the same African countries, then leaders why they talk say they sabi the thing where they happen. But amamonyen gatotao. Okwanonya na zoya na zonwe. We not they help our case. Because with the talk, you get people where they go bring the soldiers or you can't kill our people. How you expect them to come do them? People will get brain, sabi get brain. We they overrate ourselves. We they underrate other people. We sabi pass us. So my people, listen to this South African. Listen to him. Then I go open the phone line. I don't want make on a catch up.